Basta nahuli na, boy. Yan na.
Tapos ka sa akin, magic up ka pa ha. Taka ka ha.
Ano na kumama? Ano na kumama?
Hindi ba eh. Nilabas niya yung magic up niya eh.
Na
Wasak ka
ano
sa
yun?
akin.
Yung deck ni Mike. Ano
Anong-
eh? Tawag
anong deck
dito?
niya?
Yung walang element.
Oo, walang element. Wasak yan. Yan.
Ano ba yung weakness nun? Walang element.
Sampalin mo nga yan. Sinampal.
Na.
Tanggal ang 40 pesos.
Okay,
Uy.
boy.
Natin dito. Mas mahampas ulit tayo. A supporter can be used. Okay. Labay nung labagay na natin si Cubone. Draw 2 cards please. Isa pang Pokeball. Chansey. Yung na.
Ano to?
Ipold na rin natin.
Sepi.
Ito lang ito. Ako sa akin.
Balik. Hindi, wala talaga
Ganito.
tulong boy.
11.
May
Ilan
coach
doon
yung
streak
kailangan.
natin? Ang wala pa rin tayong panalo ah.
It's... Ito boy, bibigyan ko lang kayo panalo.
Sakit na naman ang ulo ko ah.
Nag-imbo ko na pa rin si G-Bike.
Hindi na, tinigil niya.
Dapat ikaw Darren, ganun din.
Bakit? Mahusay naman invoker.
Mahusay daw.
Ba't ganun lahat ng pangalan nila, boy, bobo?
Ang lupit kong paano nila.
Anong nangyari? Wala pa ata ako.
Toxic ay.
DC ka, boy. Yan.
Bobo. Pati yung coach yung bobo.
Puto normal masyado to, ah.
Hindi,
Puro
turbo niya.
bobo
Ay
eh.
no, turbo.
Ay ko.
Bobo.
Shit,
Kaki,
magaganda yung mga
Bobo.
pinagsasasampal ko lang kayo. Mahiya na mga yung boss.
Betty Magnus ka ba?
Ah, sige boss.
Ay si Paul pala, carry nga pala.
Hindi ka nag-Valorant.
Ha?
Hindi ka nag-Valorant.
Hindi na.
Mahina.
Ah,
Ano
Ganda
kaya?
rito.
Nakatama eh.
Ayun, napagalitan na yun.
Present eh.
wala.
Ano
lang,
po?
balanar.
Balanar?
Oo, balanar.
Okay na.
Yun, nag-auto-pick. Balanar. Ipo ay.
Mipo ang puta. Ang talaga
Okay na
ng
sa
mga
Red
bobo
King.
na. Mga bobo.
Turbo na, nagmimipo pa. Ang bobo talaga.
Yan.
MVP ay.
Gagawin ng balanar ko dito.
Hindi. Alkolin mo.
Sino yung carry natin?
Ako yung kakalkalin. Si Paul.
Si Paul yung kakalkalin.
Alkolin mo na
Oh,
sila.
wag
Sky.
mo si Paul. Kaka-read nga lang eh.
Di naman namin inaaway.
Hindi ba?
Tignan yung kalaban, 11, buti pa sila.
Oy, hindi kayo nasama sa smoke.
Tayo. Tangina mo ng paset ko.
Coach
Ah.
pa, disconnection naman. Uy,
Hindi, kami
11 na eh.
Tayo, ilan doon strike natin?
11.
Ayan o, 0. Let's go.
Ang dami.
Pero palagan natin hayop na yan.
Ang dami. Putang ina.
Ano, babalagbagin tayo yan, boy.
Di yan boy.
Jeje tayo na.
Di yan boy.
Ikaw alabay sa clockwork ka.
Oo naman.
Oh, boss.
Yan.
Wala eh, nagkasabisan.
Dito,
Tara,
dito.
akit. Iwan na dito isa.
Punta dito.
All right, now it's on, baby.
Wala.
Oh, jeez.
Palaban.
Mga bad.
Ang ginagawa ni Sven?
Ito, puro tayo melee.
Paportal yan,
Melee ay,
paportal.
boy.
Gusto mo Paul, pag mag-aan dito.
Corneli.
Oo nga, puro mili. Sabi mo si Balanar, eh. Di Balanar.
Para sulit yung second skill.
Niwanda ka naman.
Unat naman yan. Unat na yan. Oo, ang boss natin.
Pakyo ka, boss.
Kaya, miyagi.
I am under attack.
Pakyo ka, boss.
Kulang
Pakyo
pa.
ka, boss.
Ah, yes.
Ay,
Oh,
shit,
pag nakapag
nag-alt-tab.
ka.
Stand aside.
Padala mo na sa akin, boss. Bang. Bang.
Wala ako dyan, Paul. Kaya mo na?
Ah, the thunder of hooves.
Aray, ito po.
Make way.
Tablock yung ano na...
Logi.
By the gleam of my horn. I
Aray, aray ko po.
Ikaw nakahuli ko.
approve. Ah, yes.
Walang pala na isa, oh.
Hindi ako papatay niyan, boy.
I,
Ay natin yan.
yes.
Sabay pala tayo dyan.
Tayo
Couple
mamatay
lang.
dyan.
Point taken.
Hindi pa gabi. Mamaya pag gabi.
Full na eh. Full na eh.
I shall
Polay,
find them.
polay.
Aray, pero
Masaya lang ang buhay. Patay sana.
Stand aside.
Sige lang.
Padala ko na kayo ng salve.
They cannot hide.
Okay. Okay. Ipapadala din naman ako.
Ah, sheer power. Attack.
Pinang ina mo, Skyrat. Mapit ka.
Yes. I,
wala yung Mipo ah. Baka may dagger na yun.
Dagger ako. Puta, grabe ka.
2 minutes.
Grabe ka naman.
Sampalin ito kami dagger na yun.
point taken.
Report na lang kita pag ganun.
I shall find them.
Ay, gagi, binabubog na pala si
Parang
Paul.
Gagol lang.
dito eh.
Wait lang, wait lang, wait lang, wait lang.
Gago na isa
They
tayo dalawa.
cannot hide.
Yung, buhay pa.
Maglag ako, pre.
Okay lang, ata may hila ka.
King first.
Ayun, hilay.
Uy, wait.
Ay mo, boy.
40. Somebody
Wala siya mamatay, no?
just got real brave
Kaya may
over
XP
there.
ako dun, boy.
Go boy. Hinap lang ako ng creeps.
Bakit sumugod ka po?
Instant ko nga.
Hindi, sustan
Bakit
lang.
ka nga
Hindi ka pa
sumugod?
sumugod. Tanga-tanga.
Ano?
Wala na ang trabaho, tinatrash-talk mo pa.
Oo nga.
Ayaw,
Marami ka naman.
Hindi mo na lang. Pangina
Oo.
nito.
Sorry, boss.
Solid ka talaga eh, no? Ayaw na kita tropa.
Alam din ako trabaho. Pakiyo.
Ay, wala ba?
Wala rin ba? Wala yung Mipo boy. Kung nasan may taka na yan.
I approve.
Kuha ako ng ano, boy.
Pwede mo i-farm na lang to.
Yes.
Maliit lang naman to.
Mga level 6 na yung sabi, no? Puta, namumula na yun mamaya.
Hindi. Bahala sa'yo.
Aray ko! Pasaldi ko lang!
Okay lang, okay lang. Hindi mo na lang
Wala pa ang TP ah.
Ay, nagkakita pala sa Darren. Ay, send naman to. Wala akong mana. Send na, boss.
Pa kasi gabi, paggabi ko.
Pwede ko yung first skill yun eh.
Skill mo boy.
Hindi, hindi. Yung kanino.
Ah, yun ba? Gagi, mapupush na agad
Ooh,
yung
your
mid
middle
ko boy.
tower's under
Oo
attack.
man. Hindi po yan.
By the gleam
Bigay mo
of
na.
my horn.
Solid talaga to Mipo na to. Oh.
Stand aside.
Galing-galing mag-mipo yan.
Looks like dire
Galing ah.
structures are fortified.
Magaling ba?
Walang
Galing, boy.
Mapping yung second drop.
Tapos si Darren pa yung ano. Wait lang, boss. Nag-ano.
Wala pa akong hook shatters eh.
Yeah, your middle tower
Shatters
just
na.
Gabi na. Pwede na.
Wala
Pwede
akong
na.
mana. Mabad.
Kairat na.
Tulungan ko lang ito.
Okay. Hey, go mo, go mo.
By the gleam of my horn.
Wala akong mana, ma. Wala akong mana. Hindi ako makapag-TP.
Tumama.
Ilan ba yung
I
sister?
shall
mama.
find them.
Ayun na yung ano.
Gago, dito na yung Mipo. TP? Sa? Bubuhay pa to, buhay pa to.
Patipi ako, patipi ako. Palag. Naka ano to boy? Di ba? Ito pa?
Agi, isa pa.
Palag pa?
May
Palag
masakit
pa ako,
ako.
boy.
May masakit ako.
Betty, Betty,
Ah, tipin
Betty,
na.
Betty.
Palag pa ako, boy.
May palag pa. Joke lang, wag na.
Wag na.
Sige, paboy kami. Andiyan si Betty.
Wala na akong
Boy,
magagawa.
inaano na ako. Wala rin ako mana. Wala na rin dito, boy.
Wait lang, wala na. Wait lang. Wala na ako no. Mana, wala na akong buhay. Wala na akong lahat.
Masaswap si Magnus.
Hindi. Ako lang, stop na lang ako. Papaswap ako. Kukunin ka. Hindi pala, hindi
Wala ka
pala.
naman kinuha. Wala akong kinuha. Putang ina mo.
Magaling nga, alam nila yung plano ko eh. Alam nila yung plano ko, boss.
Ano ka? Ayun na. Tara, boy. Palag.
Kaya palagi ito mali. Ito.
Sakit na yun eh.
Palag boy.
Palag pa, boy.
Ay po. Palag pa boy, gabi.
Wait lang, wala akong
Ito.
buhay.
Patay,
Ano?
si ano.
Meron trot ako. Hindi, meron pa ako. Ito pa, oh.
Sila, boss.
Okay, binabato-bato ko ng
Ito
mga
pa, oh.
hog boy.
Magkakakold sa pa ako, boss. Ano ka?
Ang ina, di ba?
Wala nyo, kaya nyo kami.
Wala nyo kaya ako sa
Wag lang.
gabi. Ito ng ina ninyo ha.
Bading pa kayo?
Problema mo, boy.
Ito pa, titipi ako yun.
Ito.
Ay, bakit
Ito
ako?
ka ba, boss?
Guys,
Hindi,
ito
cold
guys.
stop ko yan. Cold stop ko. Ayan, oh.
They cannot
May po guys.
Sino pa? Sige.
Wala na, patay na.
Lalim mo.
Ayun o.
Ayan po.
Oh.
Bakit?
Tumalit,
Bakit?
tumalit.
Yung malit yung buhay. Patay ulit. Ba yan, tatangan nila.
Gagawin ko na maganda rin.
Gulo ka ba?
Wala silang Okay, laban lang, gamama yan.
Tara po. Katatakot.
Dito ka
Oh,
lang
isa pa.
dami. Dito ka lang
Punta ulit ako dyan. Punta pa ulit ako dyan.
Diyan
Tara.
ako. Tara.
Load ako 10 seconds. Ayun na, gawin nyo yun o. Ayun na.
Tara, go
Mga
yan.
salvi boy.
Puri nyo Paul, may SS si Paul gay.
Sige, ano mo, Paul?
Hindi ako
Ang
aabot ata.
inang... Oh, hindi nga umabot.
Honest ko.
Stun.
Oh, patay na.
Ay, Paul.
Ah, basic. O, Isben, nandun na nagpapar mo.
Nandun, oh.
May patay.
May patay.
Patay, bading eh.
Kawawa.
Lumipat eh, no?
Patay.
Bading eh.
crush our enemy.
Hooray! The enemy's bottom tower is destroyed.
Dito Isben,
Hooray!
nandito.
You will find your fate.
Tulungan nyo si Paul.
Sila tanga.
Wala akong TP.
I'll trample them.
Wala akong TP.
Punta ka dun.
Ayun na. Yun lang,
Ang strike
wala.
Darren.
Wala, hindi ako
Wala.
Sayang.
Lalakadin ko na lang yun. Wait lang.
Pero di ko muna
Ay,
pilihan.
siya.
Tara, tipig ka dito.
Wala
Dito
Wala ako,
na ako.
Wait lang, lapit na.
Ilang yun, walang mga tipig. Bulok.
Meron ako. Tara. Talaga natin yung baka ng shit na yan. Sige, dali mo na sa akin.
I'm under attack.
Wala na. Nakaniyar.
Ito pa, oh.
No,
Hindi
tangin
pala
na,
gawal,
mabilis
boy.
yung crowd.
Abot na.
Ano, stapol yan.
Napapanood yun sa kanila.
Sige, palag pa.
Hindi ba rin?
Nag-fight share
Ah, bading. Oh. Hook shot oh.
lang boy.
Dala mo sa akin, boss.
Wag na, patay sa kanila.
Go, go! Killing spree! Oh,
Ano
oh,
to?
that's a triple kill. Because they got a triple kill. It was an accident, I bet.
Ganyan ba 11?
Wala natin yan.
Click ka lang eh.
11 win streak.
Stand aside.
Pasok ni boss.
top tower got destroyed!
Ayun na.
Bin
Ito,
boy.
ito, ito.
Ito.
pa kampante ah.
Oh, kinansel.
Kinansel, natakot.
Ito oh.
Kunin mo.
Wala, di abot.
Radiant just won! This guy's dominating!
Ito pa, nasa akin pa, boss, oh. Pumapalag. Solid ka ba? Ay,
Palag, boy.
lumabog lang.
Illusion na tayo, illusion lang.
Double
Lumubog,
kill.
boy, lumubog.
Oh, man.
Lumabog yung hayop.
Tamakbo na sa Neri.
Lagi, sinapa ko. Ba't di naman tayo, ano, lumabog?
Lumabog.
Triple kill here,
Sige, Paul, yan, boss.
Morty, quit acting like a detective.
Pinakain.
Basta, basta.
He's dominating! Extra kill. I'm
Basta.
so
Ayun, nag-track tayo ng spin.
11 win strike nga, boss. 12 na.
Sige, lumipat siya eh. Kundi siya lumipat.
Lagi level 16 na yung ano.
Make way. You had your chance.
Meron natang stock dito, may nanguha na ba?
Tap pa. Ano?
Aganim sa ano.
Muna niya muna ng stock dito.
Nang waward. Nang ako.
Your top tower's under
Ah,
attack.
palag pa ba?
Who's
Tara, palag, tara. May ulti
On
ako.
the way, on the way.
Layo ko,
Oh,
layo
your
ko.
top
Wait
tower
lang.
just took it right in the you know what.
Gabi pa oh, ayun oh.
Layo ko pa, boy. Wala pa akong ulti.
Yun pa oh.
Ito, unahin mo nga, Bap.
Lock.
a taste
Okay.
of my power? I am
Dito
under
ah.
attack.
Di mo pa kasi skewer kanina.
Grabe, nadun yung mga kalaban eh.
Oh, Morty. Uh-oh. You better hold on to your hat because now it's a mega kill. That's 5, baby. 5.
Gagi.
There's no accident anymore. This isn't an accident now. Your
Wait,
top
I'll say.
tower's under
Nag-farm sila eh, boy.
attack.
Laban sa dyan.
Oh, jeez, your top
Morty,
tower's under
who
attack.
was that?
I don't know. It was pretty
Dito,
tight.
gusto agad.
Ba't dyan po eh?
Tara, yan yung unahin ka, boy.
Di pa wala na
Dala mo
din.
lang sa akin, patayan.
Oh boy,
Morty.
your top tower's under attack. Oh, jeez, your top
Narig na
tower's
naman si Palata.
as good as done.
How they did make me angry.
Central 1. Relic ng Central 1, boy.
Meron na tayo dito eh. Kinawan niyo ba yan? Ano
Ginawa
ba
na
yung
ata
kalaban?
nila.
Try mo nga.
Oo, wala
Try
eh.
mo ba rin?
Free ride.
Wala tayo words dyan eh. Pahinga second, Bap.
Ay, 7 seconds. Tayo naman.
I approve.
Umaga pala, kaya pala mahina ako.
Hindi, nag-ulti ka naman kanina.
Of my home.
Wala sa lulo boy.
Yung mata.
This, a bounty which my matriarch will prize.
Let me tell you that Roshan
Honor na yan.
Bukas agad ah. Tangin lang yan.
Solid.
Laya talaga
Lampalo ah.
ng ipo.
Ano ah.
Brown sugars.
Gagawin natin yan.
Tara, smoke ka.
Ayan, pag na-RP ni Betty yan.
Tara, Neri. May harapan na ako.
Wala pa ako ulti.
Oh yeah, your bottom
Wait
tower's
lang.
under attack.
Diba ba tayo?
Baba
Okay,
tayo,
tara.
baba.
Nasabat sila eh.
Baba. Kuha ko isa. Kunin ko na S-Ben ah.
Yeah.
Kunin ko na
Okay.
S-Ben, boy.
Your bottom tower's under attack. Hey Morty, guess what's not there?
Tara, boy.
Bottom tower.
Ay, naswap.
naswap.
Oh jeez, it's a killing spree.
Okay naman.
That's
Sakit
ridiculous.
masyado.
Sakit nila, boss.
Nagka-item boss.
O, item nag-farm boy, umayaw sa baba.
Okay lang.
Oh my God! Four.
Naswapi.
He's now dominating. He's dominating, Rick.
Umayaw sa baba boy, umayaw kasi sa baba.
Hey, you might want to kiss your bottom tower
Ako muna
goodbye
namin dyan,
because it's gone.
papalakas muna kami. Sabi.
Bilis na item eh. Hanap na yan.
Your bottom
Uy,
tower's
nahabol
under
ako!
attack.
Nahabol ako!
Wala na, blue na lang yan oh. Sampalin mo yung mukha niyan.
Wala, umaga eh. Di ko pa rin kaya.
It's gone, so, baby. Oh,
Ah.
the
Tara.
bottom barracks are getting
Mipa.
hurt, baby.
Ay, boss.
Wait
Wala
lang.
ko din mo.
Pwede.
Okay isa.
Ito.
Ayun oh, hindi na ako na.
Sorry, player. You know they're tearing into your bottom barracks right now, right? Mega kill.
Ayan mo lang. Ay, naka-rush pala.
I'm marking this in my journal. This is a day to remember. There was a
Sakit naman ng
monster
spin.
kill.
Wala pa akong ulti, pre.
Patay ko sa Darren. Boy, may stick ka pa, Darren.
Wait, no, hold on.
Sakit.
Unstoppable.
Ang daming hinuhuling mo ka oh.
Your
1, 2, 3,
middle
4, 5, 6.
tower is
Ano?
under attack.
Kahit
Kaya
nakata,
na.
wala mipod natin kaya.
Hindi kaya natin yan.
Kaya natin yan.
Nakabuisit yung net yan.
Great, your middle tower. You can't use that anymore.
Daming
It's gone.
kinokontrol niyan boss. 5 ay.
I
Nilipaw
One-one
natin.
kill yan.
Middle
Ano
tower
naman, level 24.
Dito ka, Neri. Dito ka. Ay, ito na. Kasawin ako.
Kaya mo, tapos ka agad.
Tang inang sasap ako, sasap ako. Sakit nila!
Killing spree.
Ang dami si pala, hindi siya pinapansin.
There was a hit detection issue.
Ako yung inuhuli na mipo eh.
Gagawin ko dito.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Wala, boss.
Oh boy, your middle
Let's get na
tower
tayo.
just really took a big crap. Oh jeez, middle tower is
Nakaisip ako
under
ng
attack.
tangay na. Woo!
Kaya pala 11 win strike nila, guys.
Ooh, your middle barracks
Sambali lang.
just got
Patay
wiped
ka
off the
agad.
face of the map.
Natalo ka
take
agad.
more than death to discourage me.
Kaya pa yan.
Need the power.
Hindi susuko.
by the gleam of my horn.
Ayun na.
Ayun na.
Ano nga?
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh man, this guy's dominating! Oh jeez, they're swarming your middle barracks!
Ano to laro yan?
Ooh, your middle barracks just got
Yung
wiped
isa,
off the
kaya
face
daw,
of the map.
naka-AFK na.
Kaya, nagre-reply ako pa eh.
Gago ka. Gago ka.
Pasok.
I love it, Morty. Oh, I love it. You're tough.
Nakita ko dito.
Rick's only gonna get to do this once.
Pinasok sa loob ay boboys beyond God.
Luga naman ng husband.
Hey, what do you think? This is a game? Your ancient's under attack.
Paano
Of
di
course,
magiging
Field, they
madaya?
can't believe
Lumipat
that
sa
Dire
top
just fortified their structure.
farm. Ayaw
Hey,
na
dummy,
dito
your
eh.
ancient's under attack.
Hurt my body, not my pride. So small.
Oh, kaya pa. Tara, dep.
Hey, geez, why don't you start taking things seriously? You know, because your ancient.
Sabay.
Man, sometimes the monster kills they
Hindi
have
nakapag...
are more
Hindi na
interesting.
ako mag-act.
Di na nga
Hey,
eh.
dummy, your ancient's under attack.
Nawala sa mundo.
Whoa, they're godlike. Double kills.
Ululay.
Ano yan?
Ito nga lang. Ito nga Skyrat.
Ano niya?
What do you think? This is a
In-stick
game?
niya yung
Your
mukha niya.
ancient's under attack. This might be
Patay
the
Dahil
best
pa.
day
talaga,
of my life.
dahil talaga ng may pro players.
Hindi, SB na panalo sa kanila eh. Simula nung knockout.
Diyan mo, nagpa-farm lang ako dati.
Okay lang. Sige.
Kaya at least lumipat sila sa top. Hindi tayo kaya sa baba.
It's connected.
Bakbakan to ano yun oh. Mas mainam pa kalaban yung ano eh. Yung kalaban nasa mid. Kanina. All mid lang no. Palagan doon. Lumipat sa top.
Nakadama sa Nero dun eh. Yung crush na yan. Umuwi ka ba na yun?
Hindi.
Dala lang salve.
Padala lang ako ng padala ng pat. Pabilis na may ibon eh.
Si ano natin. Rally kayong buo.
Ginom ako ngayon eh.
Kung napainom na sa idol.
Ginom ka ba?
Ginom ako ngayon. Oo.
Tara, sama kami.
Ginom pa lang.
kasi, boss.
Ginom na. Ginom
Ginom
pa.
pa lang.
Kanina.
Ginom na ako ngayon pa.
Ayan na nagagawa nyo mga si IDG. Nanahimik mga tao. Wala pang panalin magpusko simula nung huling laro pa. Ay, natutula na naman. Tara, next.
Banyumi po.
Mag-yowie ka kaglaya. Tapos,
Wala nga eh. Umiinom na eh, boss.
It's your turn to ban.
Drunken
dummy.
Yowie.
Yeah.
Drunken
5
Yowie,
seconds left
boss.
now.
Baka
Ano sa
drunken
Mipo?
Yowie.
Asan ni Mipo ba? Yun,
Ay,
naman.
nakaban
Naban ba?
na. Sila yata nagban eh.
Binan ko, Mipo.
Unjing nga ako, unjing.
Saka juicy.
Ano,
Hindi ka mid.
Wala.
mag-mid ka na, yowie.
Hindi ka daw mid pal.
Ay, masarap na carry.
Nagugo.
Uy,
Toma
nagsasama kami
ka.
ni Darren. Nako po.
Ito na lang.
13
Templar.
minutes straight.
Ayan sa 11. Ano ba?
10
Mike ka ba,
seconds to
Mike?
pick your hero.
Taba.
Moron.
Naglalaro kami mamaya.
Wala, quit mo na yan, boy.
You better
Hindi
pick
na
your hero.
importante
5
yan.
seconds.
Bawi pala siya.
Like, oo nga, nalugi pala ako sa'yo.
Ayan.
Patak.
Hindi
Ano
nga
lang?
Mipo. Brood
Babantot
mother.
na hero.
Papangit ang hero nito pang TI.
Hits
Yeah.
lang pala yung deck ko.
13
GG.
minutes straight eh, boy. Paano hindi...
Turbo na lang. Seryoso.
Ay, di na taka lang bigyan ng
Pinalo namin kayo.
second
Kasi mo 20 wins in a row eh. Oh. Tang inang yan.
May nasend ako,
Ano
Mike.
naman ba?
Tignan mo na lang sa messenger.
Putang ina, oo nga, no?
Behold
Ano?
the
Ano?
Lord of
Ano?
Siwa.
swerte, no? Ano ba,
Stand
boy, hindi kita yung mga ganito, pati si Neri. Hindi dapat, friend sa
What do you get
Pokemon.
to get?
Ano, lalaban ka ba, boss?
Kaya nga, gaga, boy, malas pala ako dito. Kala ko swerte.
Wala pang dalawang oras
Eh,
naglalaro,
mag-hit ka rin.
may crown agad na X eh.
Kaya nga, gago,
Sinasabi ko naman sa'yo.
re-report ko to, mga ito.
Tapos ka na.
Ah, ina.
Wala, pangit naman yan.
Hindi boy, mahina ka lang siguro, saka hindi mo naiintindihan.
I'm getting things ready for
Lumabak
me.
ka.
Sige, lumabag kayo. Gago, ganda naman na sa'yo, Darren.
Ayun na. Ito.
Siyempre,
Wala.
Ayun
Gago.
o.
Parang wala na akong kwento sa game na to.
Larda na lang.
Dar. Tay.
Blood has been spilled, Morty.
ito pa, green stroke pa.
Yobe.
And here
Patay yan.
come the shot. Horn calls to horn, and it begins.
Tirahin mo pa.
6 seconds.
Oh.
Nahok na.
Thank you.
Ito pa.
May umahaboy pa sa akin, boss.
Who stands against
Ito na lang.
Umahaboy pa sa akin, boss.
I am under
Ayun na lang, si Brody.
Walang boy.
Patay na tong brute eh.
Ito pa. Pwede pa to, boy. Promise.
Bumabalik sila.
Eh, boy, palag pa tayo. Malambot siya, no?
Ang sarap kalaban nito eh, naputang ng mga to.
Palag
Free
na.
my ass.
Oh. Basta nagpapang boy.
Next ko.
Gigi.
5 seconds na.
Live mo pa, Darren, para napapanood. Pwede ba yan?
Tama na.
Tama na.
Tama na guys.
Lag, gago.
Gago, may boot na ako boy.
Yung kaya ko, boss, nandun sa top.
Wala, malungkot buhay.
Dapat ako pinagpapaloy. Nakadami naman. Pwede na yan.
Lag ko, gago.
They cannot hide.
Ang lag daw niya.
Ang lag niya. Nakadalawang ulit, boy.
I shall find them.
Rinig nyo ha. Ang lag daw
Wala
niya.
naman, no?
No.
Sayang. Sorry.
Lag siya.
Gago,
Dalawang ulit.
nito kay Darren, nakakuha agad na yan. Pwede pala to,
Alas na,
sa
boss.
laman.
Wala akong mana, bro.
Sinabi ko naman sa'yo, basic lang maglaro niyan.
Wala ba yan, boss?
Wala siya. Ingit siya eh.
Hindi. Wala, pangit naman yung nakuha
Ito
ko.
dito.
Stand aside.
Hindi, malakas ako. Mahina si Darren. Tama, hindi mananalo sa akin yan.
Oh, pangit naman yung nakuha niya, pre.
The thunder of who?
Basura lang siya, parang siya.
I-gaslight mo pa sarili mo, boss. Kaya mo yan.
Neri, ano yung binibili mo sa shop?
Ano lang, yung hourglass.
Yung 12?
Ah,
Ah, si Neri, nauna pala naglaro to. Una pa pala sa first time.
I approve.
nakaano ako dyan.
Baka naka-premium ka na.
Hindi ah. Hindi ako nag-cash. Di pa ako nag-cash.
Wow.
Asa na yun? Ayun pala yung support ko nang doon pala.
By the gleam
Tama,
of
dyan,
my
boss.
horn.
Nag-i-stack na lang ito. Ayun,
Hindi abot
tamad
ng
ako
tidebreaker ko.
Nati-wait
Pwede
ka
mo
lang.
kunin ito,
Neri.
Darren, kung trip mo.
Point taken. All in a day's work.
Gago. Ano nangyayari sa akin?
Yung mid na... Bakit? Lasing ka lang.
Lasing ka lang.
Ground shudders.
Grabe naman kayo.
Si Yowie naman.
Yowie naman.
By the gleam of my
Uy, patay si
horn.
Paul.
Kasi yung eh.
Gigi, ako
Lugi
na
si
yan.
Paul.
Wala yan.
Lugi si Paul daw sa broodmother.
No match for me.
Ano ba build ni Paul? Di pa third.
Yes.
Patay na natin to. Hayop na to.
Gigi.
Oh, jeez, middle tower's under attack.
One.
Wala naman kwenta to. Tingnan mo nga. Umaray.
I.
Control yung
Saka
minutes.
dito po G5.
Para hindi na makalapit sa'yo.
Wala, hindi naman. Saan nyo yung stock na sa akin, boss?
Dito. Apat na ata yan. Or...
They
Ito nga
cannot.
boy. Okay, bagsak ka muna na.
Tama
Pwede mo
na,
na kunin yung Darren.
Kailangan kukunin ko talaga yan,
Tama
boss.
na, boy.
I mean, pwede mo nang kunin.
Sayang boy. Hampasin mo na lang. Talaga mo na
Who
lang.
else has such a horn? Ah, yes.
Whoa, mega kill. Uh-oh. Haha, mega kill.
Make way.
Okay na yun, Darren. Kunin mo
Ipi,
na.
baba. Kubakan ulit.
Kapag nag-finish kayo dyan.
The thunder of hooves.
Galaw ka na doon, boy. Nasaan ba?
Nandito.
Nandiyan pa sa
I
taas.
approve.
Samsung ka. Tara.
Ang dami ng...
Come on,
Ang dami ng...
middle tower's under attack.
Stand aside.
Dito ako baba. Kaso level 3 lang ako. So,
Proud shudders.
Kumakapal gumalis ah.
They cannot.
Andiyan na starter ah.
Doon pa.
May thumbstone tayo, may thumbstone tayo. Okay, may takot.
Why not?
mid ba yan? Ay, kay Darren pala yung Slardar.
The thunder of hooves.
Ay! Ang lag, tangin na.
Tara. Smart boss.
Ah, yes.
Na lang. Wala yung... Hindi
Okay,
agad
tagal ng
yung ano
TP
dyan.
po. Tangin na.
Ba't silence ako? Ayun ang silence ako.
Your top
Reset ka ako.
tower's under attack.
Buhay yata ako. Patay.
Hindi ako mapapatay nito.
Re-restart na ako.
Yawe sa top ka na magano.
Okay, restart lang ang PC.
Double kill. Oh jeez, your top tower's under attack.
May TP kayo dito ba?
Meron.
3 seconds
So,
ako ba yun?
meron
Okay,
akong
to.
magagawa.
2
Tanggal
seconds
to.
ako.
Wala
Alis na yan. Nakikita ng TP. Mali yata yung post.
Mali na. Okay na.
Makikita din naman talaga yan.
Hindi, mas
Tanggal yan boss,
makapag.
tanggal.
Ano
Makapag-react
na yung
siya.
mga nagamit niyang skill? Ay, allowed yun.
Wala na, nakaganyan na yan. Tsaka yung ano niya, wala na.
Anong
Tatakbo
gagawin?
na lang yan boss,
Anong
tatakbo na
gagawin
lang
mo
yan.
dyan, boss? 2 seconds pa heal ako. TP.
Hindi
First
pa
skill
mamatay
ka, boss.
yan.
Ah,
1k
first
pa
skill
buhay
na
na search.
Matatapos na rin yung ano. 2 seconds na.
Wala din akong dagger.
Kasi nagdodota
Okay.
kasi uminom.
Shot muna bago mag-reconnect. Yan.
Siya sa mga mag-uulog ko.
11, nagpa-practice ka na ba dyan?
Hindi ko kailangan mag-practice sa'yo. Swerte ka lang. Tingnan mo. Swerte ka lang, boy. Swerte ka lang sa to. Lahat ng to mo, i-ball, pwede pala yun. Tangina. Lahat ng Pinoy i-ball.
Yan.
3-0.
Pangit
Wala.
pa yan.
Mag-shiny hand ka muna Dan. Okay lang yan.
Ayun.
Ah, ano na ako pre.
Ah, di ba?
Nakatamad yun.
First kill mo, first kill mo.
Oh, your top tower's under
Yan
attack.
sabi mo?
Tagal mo mag-first kill.
Mag-shiny hand.
Nakala- nakaabos
Third
na yun.
skill.
Ito oh.
Third skill na.
Nag-TP dito.
My home.
Tagal naman ni Paul.
I shall
May post pa ata ako eh.
Yung mga nantay boy.
Ano, di alis po.
Your top tower's under attack.
Ay, wala
Wala
akong
na. Tiin.
Yun lang, nakagat ako. May tip kaya?
Gumalik.
Bumalik din.
dami.
Wala lang.
It's a killing
Sayang.
spree.
Punit siya, no?
Start
Your
ko na
top
natin
tower's
yun.
under attack.
Dalawang tira lang yun eh, buff yung
Your
silence.
middle tower just
Hindi,
bit the big one.
May orchid din
Man,
yan
you
eh.
might as well save that
Ayun, Brood
energy
Mother.
because
Oo nga.
Radiant just fortified their
Yan
structure.
siya
Tower's
na,
under attack.
pinataba ni, ano eh,
Nyo.
Drunken nyo eh.
Ayun.
Post nyo boy. Baka hindi natin kakampi ah. Sige post ah.
Gago ah. Kaya naman, post nyo.
Pinabayaan eh. 2 minuto na yata hindi nakapost eh.
Dota lang, no? Sige na.
Ano, naturbol na lang eh. Papa-abandon nyo pa. Papaluprahin nyo pa si Pulay. Raid na nga eh.
Wala na ng trabaho eh, no?
Na-read na nga
Abandon
pala.
na.
No?
Na-raid pa.
Gagis Lardar mo.
Gago, papalag sila boy.
Hindi ko kaya yan.
Ayun ako na din si Betty.
make way.
Samahan niyo muna
Ako,
ako
Darren.
mag-work. Ay, hindi yung motherboard.
Oh,
Mother.
middle tower's under attack.
Patay to lang ako.
Enemy's bottom
Bobo kasi ni Baba, putang
Dali
ina
mo sa amin, dali mo sa amin. Dali mo yung motherboard na yan.
I'll cleave them in
Nice one, boss.
Jeez, your middle tower.
Kakabalik
Nice
lang.
one.
Talaga.
Patay ang motherboard.
Pero boss. Ayun na, ayun.
Go, killing spree.
Parang
Oh,
wait lang,
everyone
wait lang.
bow down. Oh, accident. It was an accident, I bet.
Ano, wala kasing gusto tumulong sa baba.
Kinuha mo ba
si
yung
Baba?
stock ko kanina?
Motherboard daw.
Ito.
Mga
Pwede kasi motherboard daw.
Selfish. Napatingin tuloy ako sa mapet, tapos nahook tuloy ako. Tanga-tanga kasi.
Assisi pa nga.
Motherboard daw ng hayop.
Motherboard ang puta. TP ba gusto nyo matumulong sa baba? Wala.
Oh, tara.
Wala talaga. Tangin na, wala talaga guys.
Tara, nandito na kami, boss.
Ang inong yan.
Ah,
Alag
ginagawa
ko.
sa
Ano yan, lag. Alag ko pa rin.
Yan na. Ganun talaga.
Ang ganun talaga, tanggapin
Ah,
mo
wala
na.
akong ano.
Dream of my own.
Ayun, punit-punit yan, oh. Tirahin mo lang.
Double kill.
Ito pa.
Oh man.
O, ano ka? Makunot ka ba, boss?
Sharing chains mo.
Searing chains mo.
Nice
Patayan.
one. Patayan.
Hindi.
Nice one, Yowe.
Anong Magnus yan? Mag-pick ka na nga.
Patayan.
Why not?
Yung isa, taga-cheer. Motherboard.
Blood turn na, blood turn.
Nasa may likod.
Prepare for a goal.
Wala sa gat bot.
Lagi nasa
Wala.
record. Dead turn na yun ah.
Ayun na.
Punta ako dyan, syempre.
May mag-TP dito, wala.
Mag-TV ako para sa'yo. Boss, ayun, oh, ang ganda, oh.
Point taken.
Dito mamaya.
I am under
Oh, Jerry, ano ba ginagawa?
Tanggal ang mukha.
Nag-miss. Nag-miss. Naka-register na rin pala. Hindi ko alam. Uy, no, tulungan nyo.
Oh. Oh, tirahin mo ako. Anong pakit ko sa'yo?
Tirahin daw siya. Sige mo.
Use your top
Sige,
towers
boss.
under attack.
Titira kayo, boss.
Ang bobo na niya si Nibni. Lumapit.
Naka-ano pala, naka-radiance, di ko alam. Sorry.
Nag-miss pa yung
Nag-miss pa yan, no? Tapos ang
Radiant
tangin
just
lang yan.
fortified their
Nakikihampas
structures.
na.
You know what I'm talking about?
Nakikihampas lang yan, nag-miss pa.
Tara, ba tayo ulit? Palag, ano?
Dilim dito, ah. Baka gusto niya maglagay, boss.
Hindi lang.
Ah, nakapi ka.
Wala na, ay meron pala. Hindi pala nag-RP.
Kung kayong kailangan natin si Konak.
Why not?
Ito yung Spectre ako, boy.
Ito.
Ato, likod niyo,
Sige,
likod
sige.
niyo.
Tara, papunta
Tara,
ka.
tara, tara.
Gusto ako.
Ah,
Punta ako, boss.
yes indeed. How dare you?
Eh, tara.
Likod ako, likod ako, likod ako.
Oh, your bottom tower's under
Nasa
attack.
silence kayo, boss.
Ay, di mama.
Ang nice one.
Lang.
Ito, dalawa.
Ano mo, nakatingin lang. Hintay pa ka tayo din.
Killing spree, my.
Ito,
Oh, triple kill.
sino ba yan?
Oh, yeah, you're watching out.
Nag-miss yun na rin.
Killing spree.
Hindi, ano yan? Sa tira niya yan. Passive niya yan.
Wala na bang kakamping buhay? Wala na pala akong kakamping buhay. No?
Your bottom
Nice
tower
one.
is
Magandang
docked,
stun
though,
yan,
baby.
X-mark.
X-mark mo yung mukha. Ayun na si Yowie, oh. X-mark mo yan. X-mark. Sinapak. Ay pa, oh.
Double pa.
Pabalik yan.
Yun lang.
Babalik tayo.
Eh, isa pa, patay niya, no? Glimmer yan, ah. Glimmer. Alang dash. Alang anything. May na-oxypol.
Nahok si Paul.
Wag na,
Wala, oh.
wag na, wag na, wag na.
Didi, kunin mo pa. Didi.
Kunin ko eh.
Patay. Gago, dyan na yung broodmother.
Nandito na rin ako.
Baka na naman inuun ako lagi nung
Double kill. Oh, man.
Makulit ka ba, boss?
BKB boss.
Sa juicy, wala pang bigay.
Yun lang.
Knock sila, knock sila.
Napawak talaga ako, boss.
Patay, nice one. Wait nga. Buhay ka pa ba? Mabubuhay ka?
It's a hit detection
Nakapag
issue.
ano, MTV.
Ata.
Nere, baka naman na Nere. Nice, nice.
Buhay, boss.
Mga regions na rin pala to MTV, guys. The solution.
Tama na.
Tama na.
mo.
Something I said.
Ulit ka.
Aba, ginagawa pa rin.
Make way.
Wag na.
Kuha ka isa ko, nasa tower ka naman.
Ano, dalawa.
Ayun, ang sarap, oh.
Lupog.
Don't attack.
Patay mga radiant ko. Tanga.
Kung nahuli na yun.
Punta ko.
Patay mga bobo.
Nakamipo lang kayo kanina, eh.
Yes.
Hindi ko nga lang kayo. Kundi kayo mipo.
Nere, tingin naman ako.
They cannot
Thank you po.
fight for the mine.
Bago.
Na ano? Auto-click.
Uy, tara pa. Hanap pa tayo. Habang masakit
Wait lang,
pa
wala
ako.
ko pala pa ako man. Wala pa ako.
Masak yan, ah.
Top sa top. May magtitipi dyan.
Ah, yes.
Naka ano ako, Colt. Colt,
Uy,
naka...
napa-blade mill, oh. Takot na takot.
Napindot.
Colt, meron ako ano.
Ay, tata.
Second buff.
Asan?
Our enemies.
Makismoke ka kasi. Tara dito.
Punta tayo dito. Tara dito. Wala tayo dito.
Why not?
Wala akong words ah. Wala akong dalang words.
Ayun, may nag-walk dito, boy.
Bye-bye. Tangina mo.
Punit na
Tapos
mukha.
natin yung task boy.
Fear not.
Natin task boy.
Naririnig yung ganun. Yung hook.
Oo,
Oh, pati yung
nangyayari.
pagkagat.
Dep ko lang yung baba.
Wala tayong words eh. Wala tayong available na words.
Bababa yan.
Diba? Wala na yung gagamba niya.
Wala ka na nga lang yung basta mong bote. Bigyan ng second.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Tapos na ako, boy. Heals na ako.
Kuha ko sa dito ba? Wala akong ulti.
Ah, the thunder of hooves.
Okay, push na yan, push na yan.
May hayop na yan.
Pwede ba sila nag-dep?
Ooh, let me tell you that Roshan, she
Oh,
just
saan?
delivered
Try,
such
isa
a
pa,
goodie
isa pa.
to the
Tingin dito isa.
Radiant.
Tingin dito isa. Tingin sa dito.
May tingin ako, boss.
Stand
Dapat
aside.
ni-wardian nyo na to para kita natin
Wala
yung
nga tayong
triangle.
available na word.
Yes.
Oh, come on, the middle tower's under attack.
Wala
Oo,
ata.
ako mag-ward.
Saan tayo?
Mid na lang oh.
Sige, alis na rin ako dito. Alis na ako.
Oh, jeez, your middle tower's under attack.
Nakapigil.
Ano, ayoko eh.
Yes, the thunder you hear is
Okay
my
lang, nasa Slardar naman yung Aegis. Tanga naman yan.
make way.
Oh, middle tower's under attack.
Ano, palagyan natin yung ano, yung
Radyan na, radyan.
motherboard.
Ay, yung ipaano mo na Aegis. Ano na lang.
Nasa top
Hindi,
naman yung
yung
naka
walang Aegis.
Tara na rin. Ano ka dito?
Sige, ito, connect ako.
They cannot hide.
Dito
Ayun
sila,
na,
boy.
yung motherboard.
Layo eh, boss.
O, bot na lang.
Point taken.
Bot.
Dispecker.
Ward ako na lang to.
Okay, ito tayo. Kita na
Ay, may
tayo, boy.
nakita ako, boy. Nawala. O, naubos.
I,
Naubos.
I approve.
Anong pastor
A
word?
taste of my power.
MB. Pakikuha na nga MB.
Oh, your middle
Kunin
tower's
mo
under
na,
attack.
Mag-RP ka.
Ay, dagger din ako eh.
May Diyos ni Maestro.
Sige, kunin mo.
Maestro.
Ano ka?
Tara,
Ito yung...
Did you tap on it?
Invisibility.
Did you tap on it?
By the gleam of my
Your top tower's under attack.
Tapo, ay mag-dep.
Tara. Kanina pa kami nagagawa.
the
Wala
thunder of
tayong word eh.
hooves.
Ito yung ano? Ito yung motherboard ba?
Ako saan?
Go mo kaya. Yung
Ano
ano,
kaya?
Asa kaya?
Para maano mo lang yung BKB niya, boss.
reverse mo na.
Ala, silence.
Almighty.
Yung talaga, boss.
Jules ka, boss. Jules.
Use. Okay.
Kapag nasa-silent. Kung di ka mag-BBKB, Jules ka. O Lincoln. Ano?
Tara pa, boy.
Ano, boss?
Wala nila pang malag.
Eh, nag-TP
Tara na.
dito.
Push na lang tayo dito.
Ayun, no? Parang patay sa akin to, boss.
Your top tower's
Pagdabig
under
lang.
attack. What? Get up on out of here, cause Radiant just
Nag-start
fortified
ka pa.
their structures.
Patay sa daran, walang BKB.
Kung hindi dikit kay Dars muna.
Silence ako, tangin na.
Lambot
Pero sa naman ito.
Under attack.
Hindi pa
Talaga
BKB
yan,
na,
mag-isa
boss.
ka lang eh.
Now,
O yung ano natin ah.
Oh, they took out the enemy's middle
Yung
tower.
jingers.
O yung top natin.
TP out.
Hindi ko...
Ang gawin next mark ko.
Wag na, hindi ko na ano. Hindi ko na yan.
Ayun, no? Ay, di ka marunong yung patalikod.
Pwede, pag ano.
not too many
Hindi
legs
ko naisip eh.
make for a messy trip.
Naglag sa motherboard. Wala yan.
Point taken.
Ayan, Jules na ako mga boss.
Oh, your bottom tower's under attack.
Yes.
Ay, shit.
Ano ba yan?
Ayun, no? Tunay yan.
Ay, gago. Wag na.
Dawag.
Wala din tayong vision eh. Samahan
They
nyo ako mag
cannot hide.
triangle lang.
Tingin second ba?
Hindi, hindi. Tara dito.
Dito ako, sa tabi mo.
Oo nga, tara nga dito. Hindi mo na ako.
Uy, asa.
I'm not ready.
Asan
Ay,
sa...
puta, kinuha pa.
Sumusunod ah.
Crush our enemies. Yes.
Huli tayo, huli.
Tormentor tayo, Tormentor.
Wala, hindi yan. Tunay.
By the
Kaya ko
gleam
na ito
of
mag-isa
my
eh.
home.
Hanap na kayo. Kaya ko na ito mag-isa, boss. Ay, mahena.
I shall fight.
Wala naman damage sa akin yan, boss.
Point
Wala
taken.
tayong smoke.
This.
BKB na ako. Mainit na ako, boss.
They cannot hide.
Galis naman ng isda na yun.
Madulas. Ayun na si Broody. Wala tayong kakampi, boy.
Stand aside.
Rudy.
Tara,
Pa-respawn na yung rush.
Wow.
Samahan niyo ako mag-ward dito.
Tara, ano tayo sa rush? Ward tayo sa rush.
Oh, your bottom tower's under attack.
Make way.
Bakit na makalaban na mga to?
You
Push
might want
ng...
to kiss your bottom tower goodbye because it's gone.
Saan tayo?
Pusher lang. No? Kayo lumaban na. Labanan nyo kami. 5v5.
Your bottom tower's
labanan
under
nga ito.
attack.
Wala, magkiti. Cancel mo kali.
Into the fray.
Ang inang yun. Ba't parang alam nila lagi pag may nagtitipi? Sige, wardan nyo na yan.
The thunder of
Saan
who?
ka ba-ward
Bakit,
ka?
ah?
Saan ka ba-ward ka?
Yata.
Ito huli ko
Patipi
Ay,
ako,
di
boss.
na ako dyan.
Layo eh.
Ba't bumalik agad? Ano yun?
Walas na.
Status resistance?
Di makaagad ah.
Ah.
Lupet.
I.
4 seconds.
Tara, palagyan natin. Putang ina, ba't ako matatakot?
Tara.
Oh, natakot yung mga ululin.
Ay, nabot ako. Hala akong dagger, nabot ako.
Hindi makunat ako mo. Huli oh.
Ay, ano yun? Dalawang illusion.
I am under attack.
Piloto naman ako.
Ito tunay, oh. Ito, papalagan kita face to face. Tsaka pa.
No, tangina nyo pala eh. Mga
Saka
bobo
pa.
pala ako eh.
Bobo ba kayo?
Mga bobo.
Okay, oh.
Tombstone ako tanga. Di kita na tombstone, Betty. Lalagay sana kita sa tombstone ka.
Tara,
Tayo
push
ako.
push
Ba't na mamatay?
TP na siya.
Pababa din yung Roshan ah.
Wala mo ba? Tanga ka
Wala
ba,
na.
boss?
Super conat ko pala.
Kiras ako, boss. Ah. Mga
Sige,
boss,
boss.
kiras ako ah.
Wala kang buhay Dars ah.
Aw!
Yung nag-TP ka? Wala ka pala TP. Tanga ka talaga. X-mark kita. Bigyan TP.
Ako ba?
Ah.
Okay, next mark pa na ako, boy.
Okay, TP ka na.
Ganun naman ang crit.
Iwanan nyo.
Okay, balik pa na ako.
Tagal naman ng creeps. Buhay na tong mga bago
I've
tama ko.
endured worse than death.
Tayo na nilakbay niyan eh, boy.
Expert mo ako.
Hooray!
Pababa
The
na,
enemy's
pababa
bottom
na.
tower
Sige.
is destroyed.
Expert mo ako.
On my own.
Rush guys, rush.
Asan ba yung rush? Asan ba yung rush?
Baba.
Of my own.
Mark mo nga ako, boy.
Sabi
Puno
pa,
buhay
next
mo ah.
next okay.
Punong-puno buhay mo at saka mana.
Ala, nang-nainggit na.
So, walang experience, boy.
Parang joyride lang, boss, ah.
Parang raids lang ah. Solid ah.
Eh, humabol sila. Sila, boy. Alam nila.
Sige.
Kuha ako.
Wag.
Nare, kunin ko to.
Sa akin na lang, Yowie.
Gulos naman.
Palag ka na doon. Sama ka na sa akin.
Okay lang. Inaano lang namin. Time. Hindi na lang.
Hindi, ward dip kita naman yan.
Talaga natin lahat.
3 seconds lang yan.
So guys oh.
Oh, jeez, middle tower's under attack.
Okay, patay ako, lahat.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? It's a killing spree over
Diba?
here.
Oh,
Mid natin.
Just that white dot was the next
Ang
middle
brood mother to, bakla
White
maglaro.
dot's the face of the map.
First masakit ata.
okay lang.
Si Dars.
Meron pa ako, boy.
I am under attack.
Ang bunot naman nito. Surun tayo sa motherboard. Saan tayo motherboard? Talbungan natin.
Saan tayo? Push tayo sa ano?
Gigi.
Push tayo mid.
Baba, boy.
Push mid natin.
Your bottom
Ano ba
tower's
yung creeps?
under
Ay, yung
attack.
creeps pala. Tara baba.
Use my hooves.
Gagawin na push tayo sa ano. Sa mid.
Okay, oh.
Oo nga, hindi sumasama yung hype na
They
yun.
cannot hide.
Kabobohan yung hype na.
The
Push
thunder of
mid.
who's.
Last one dito.
Doon ako, Darren.
Hindi lang. Doon jet na din ako, tanga.
The enemy's bottom tower. It's gone.
Hindi,
Mid na lang kayo, boy.
wala na din ako ano dyan.
Just fortified their structures. You know what I'm talking about?
Tagal pa nung
Wala rin
mabuhay ng ano.
creeps eh.
Wala akong ulti.
May na-X-mark ko. Sinagat.
Nain.
Nain.
Enemy's bottom barracks are
Push na
gone.
lang guys.
Let's all say a prayer.
Ano ako silence ako.
Push yan.
Double kill.
Mega na.
Nasa Samsung pala ako.
This just in.
TP na lang ako ah.
Enemy.
Bye-bye. Tangin lang yung dito.
We got ourselves a triple kill here, Rick.
Ay, maganda ng paano mo. Inom ka Admiral's Ram. May ano,
Puro silence ah.
puro silence na. Kasi unjing oh. Second.
Back ba ka?
Boom. Yun lang, wala.
Oh, Rick, he's dominating
Naka-blood
now.
torrent.
He's dominating.
Naubos ang mga tropa.
Tayo ba?
Daming silence eh.
Nila tayo,
Silence.
ano eh.
Kailan ba yung mga
Bis tayo nila lumaban eh. Kung di tayo sa bis nila lumaban.
Kahit ang tipe din yung
Ano pala pwede itong gamer ko?
Kaya na mag ano, kaya naman 40. Yun, patay si Nero ulit.
Blade mail.
Tangin yun, sakit pa nila.
Ganyan lagi ginagawa, nagpupush lang.
Great, your middle
Tara,
tower
pala,
can't
tara,
do
pala.
that anymore. It's gone. Oh, middle tower's under attack.
Kinagat.
Kinanti.
Oh boy, your middle tower just really took a
Kinanti si
big
Paul.
crap. Hey, geez, why don't you start taking things seriously? You know,
Ayun na,
'cause your
5 man
ancient
reverse.
is under attack.
It will take more than
May blood turn ulit
Hey,
yan ah.
dummy, your ancient's under attack.
Wala, di ba?
Nikagat ka na namang hayop ka.
Mega kill. So
Hindi, mga
he just
boss.
mega killed.
Tosira.
Hey, what do you think
Ano,
this is a
pangit
game?
nila
Lo.
maglaro.
Your ancient's under
Pangit
attack.
nilang gano'n eh. Push. Ano lang eh.
Oh my god.
Seryosong seryoso sa turbo. Mga nagpa-practice ata yan.
Uy, pintig na yung ulo ko.
Ng
Wala
mga
lang po eh. Isipilyo lang ako.
Tara Mike!
Isipilyo
Mike,
lang
labanan mo na Mike.
Ayawan na ba?
Baka
Teka
takot
lang.
ka.
Kunin ko lang cellphone ko. Mahina ka naman.
Kala ko natakot ka.
Ayaw na,
Natakot
babay.
ka Sa mute ko eh.
Ayawan na ba?
Ayawan na ba ba?
Ayoko na. Matutulog na ako. Pagtapos ng ano.
Aaga ng ayawan.
Maga ako gigising bukas.
Nice gym mga boss.
Ang ina niya.
Uy, pintig na yung ulo ko.
Mahina ka kasi. Wait nga yung cellphone ko.
Ano ba si Juicy? Labanan mo na rin si Mike.
Hindi na pa yan. Nakakalaro pa lang.
Swerte mo, no? Anak ka ng pangit.
Kasi ko naman.
Pero wala na. Hindi naman niya gagamit yun. Wala siya ng Charmander. Tsaka
Oo nga, Charmeleon. Useless ka din, gagi. Ay, sorry.
Ito yung kakakuha ko lang.
Ikaw ulit gumawa Mike ka.
Try ko nga yung isa ko.
Isang deck.
Hmm.
Tatalulin ko lang din yun.
Okay lang. Mahina ka naman. Nauna ka lang. Yung dami mo. Ganda ng set mo, boy. Saka lahat ng draw mo. Pwede pala yun. Visit. Ito mo, tatalunin na kita ngayon. Eto, practice lang sa deck.
Ano gusto mong gamitin ka? Deck yan pa rin?
Oo, ganun pa rin.
Oh, sige.
Hindi kita kaka-counter rin sa type. Sa'yo na yung type mo na yan.
Dami pa naman ako naka-reading deck dito.
Handa pala si Idol. Huwag ka naman ganun, Idol. Huwag
Lahat
ka naman ganun.
ano ba yan? Ano ba yung Ano pala ako sa Exaplan? Sa Spire meron si Moltres.
Tama na, boy. Okay na yan.
Sa Water, Gyarados lang. Pero hindi kasi X.
Waiting po, waiting. Para talunin ka.
Wait lang.
lahat.
Gabang nguy.
Ano ba ta? Para saan ta? Panghangin na.
Ano pang bidet yan eh.
Hindi ba ta?
Oo. Pang portable bidet. Ano pang mas malakas pa yung ano niya.
Hindi ka sanay ng taba.
Mas maganda lang ganyan.
Ano na ngayon beta test na ngayon
Ano words. Hindi kaya ng PC ko yan. Hindi pasok GPU ko.
You are the light. It's not on you, it's in you. Don't you ever in your motherfucking life dim your light for nobody.
Chromacopia, 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 chromacopia,
Calm down, sit still, that's 1 mil, each will, top down, big deal. I don't fucking know that, what the fuck I look like, get the fuck about way I doing is where I'm from, on the planet where I'm staying, 15 cash for that new Ford, I had co-op since 19, I popped out like a cha-ching, I think I'm a goddamn fiend, really ballin' in this bitch, I'm the hardest in this bitch, give a fuck about no bulk, I'm chasing dogs in this bitch, El Segundo, felt like Coliseum, he said I could do it too, I'm more than I believe him, I built the path to freedom, cause them words that he said, give a fuck about tradition, stop impressing the dead, I'm gon' make it out, promise I'm gon' make it out, mama I'm gon' make it out, listen I'm gon' make it out, I ain't never had a doubt inside me, and if I ever told you that I did, I'm fucking lying, can you feel that light inside, can you feel that fire, can you feel it, can you feel it, fire, can you feel it, fire, can you feel the light inside, can you feel that fire, can you feel it, fire,
Chromacopia.
Okay, I is just a box with a light of thunder in me. Gratitude sit under the hubris that's on my sleeve. Mama said I'm special, I was blow shit up at home back in Chromacopia. I don't like the way that this is looking. Mirror got me thinking about my booking. I just need this time to myself to figure me out. Do I keep the light on or do I gracefully bow out? Send me, bro.
you ever stop being who you are and doing your life. But none of these motherfuckers out here.
Can you feel that light inside? Can you feel that fire? Fire. Fire. Can you feel the light inside? Can you feel that fire?
There's a part of me that can never say goodbye. But in all honesty, this time I must to save my life. I'm gonna run out of this place, leave the hurt and the disgrace. It's destroying me. I am longing to be free. So from the girl who won your heart to your foolish pride. It's like a bow and arrow, never miss the mark.
I don't wanna leave, but I know it's not good for me to keep returning to the memory of the scene. I wanna forget everything, all the words that you've written, they're undoing me. They're all painful now to read. So goodbye from the one who stole your heart, and to your foolish pride. It's like a bow and arrow, never missed a mark. Watch me launch into the sky. Look down upon where I survive. I'm crying, waving.
I know that have been watching this channel, I've been working on a SaaS product called Dev Daily. I use a platform called Supabase for my back end. And for those unaware of what Supabase is, it's a really awesome open source alternative to Firebase that has a handful of great services such as authentication, a Postgres database, and even storage. Now, what's really cool about Supabase is that it has a built-in auth system that allows you to send out emails to your users for things like signups and even password resets. And if you do want to learn more about authentication with Supabase, I do have a video where I walk you through how to set that up inside of an application, and you can find that link down below in the description. So what I want to show you in this video is how and why you'll want to configure your own domain to send emails from while using Supabase. Now, by default, all Supabase authentication emails get sent from noreply@mail.app.supabase.io. And although this is good enough to get your application started, you're going to want to update this before you push your application to production for a number of reasons. First is that with the built-in auth system from Supabase, you're actually only able to send up to 4 emails per hour, which could cause issues with your user experience if you do receive an influx of signups or authentication requests. And beyond rate limiting, this is also going to help with a numerous amount of other things such as brand recognition. So instead of authentication emails coming from a Supabase email, it'll now come from your domain. It'll improve deliverability and also make scaling much easier, and it's also going to give you insights into analytics and also the ability to tap into webhooks. Now, there's a few different platforms that you can use to configure a custom SMTP server. However, in this video, we're going to be using Resend. Now, Resend is a really great service that provides you with a good amount of features that simplifies the process of sending emails. And they also provide a super easy way to integrate your Supabase account to send emails on behalf of Supabase authentication. Now the first thing you'll want to do is go over to Recent and create your free account. Now once you have that created, you're going to want to first off add your domain. Once you have that added, you're going to want to go over to whichever service that you purchased the domain from, and you're going to want to add the following DNS records. Then after you have those added, you're going to want to select on verify. And this can take anywhere from a few minutes.
Custom domains to do just that. Custom domains are offered on the Pro tier and above, and you can get started with it right in your Supabase dashboard. Go to your settings and scroll down to the custom domain section. Enter a subdomain of your choosing. Open the DNS settings page of your domain and set up a CNAME record on your custom domain.
Hello, local account. In two-step verification call, I click on the app password, your app name, password, any this, that is the go to there. Okay, and
one of the coolest things. So I'm gonna go to my Supabase project and I'll navigate to authentication. To demonstrate this workflow, I'm just gonna invite a new user to this project. So the email was sent and we can double check that on JS. For me, you see here the Super app that emitting based announce 4 emails per hour most can use. And this links to the production checklist that describes this workflow without having to copy and paste every single parameter. Let's see how that works. I'm gonna navigate to domains first, just to show you that here I have a domain that was verified. And this is gonna be important because that's the domain I wanna send emails from. So once I have this verified, I can go to settings and I can look for integrations. Now,
okay, so you set up custom SMTP now in the top right hand corner. Switch, set up Mailjet. I have used anything beyond people are going to pay. Set up for rapidmvp.co. People are going to pay. Not if you Google this, all you're just going to get loads and loads and loads of providers. Mailjet I have used in the past, and Mailgun, and I think Brevo as well. SendGrid, they're all big names, so choose one that suits you. However, you may not know, or you may know, if you have an iPhone user and pay for an iCloud upgrade, i.e. anything beyond the standard storage that comes with it, which doesn't get you that much for backing up a modern iPhone, to be honest, so most people are going to pay for it some way, shape or form, I would think. You can actually use custom email domains, and I've got one there, you can see I set up. I've got a domain set up for rapidmvp.co for sending and receiving emails that are not via the Gmail address, and you can set this up and use this as your provider and your sender email address. I've got a catch-all there, provider, so that's the one we've got there, and then the port number, you'll be given a port. The one for iCloud is, and then you put in your, so just something to bear in mind if you're an iPhone user. So just going to run through my settings, just to show you what I need to put in the boxes. It's straightforward. You'll have your sender email address. I've got a catch-all there. The sender name you put in there, and then you'll be provided a host of your provider. So that's the one we've got there, and then the port number, you'll be given a port. The one for iCloud is 587, and then
and resend and click on domain and add a domain.
Hi, welcome. My name is Kamil, and in this video I'm gonna show you how you can connect your custom email server into your Supabase instance. I saw a few videos about that, but unfortunately pretty much no one is gonna show you how to connect the DNS from your domain into Resend, which is needed to do it. So for example, you can watch this video created by Resend company. So this is so in my case it's gonna be tananga.com. This is the, oh my god, what's happened? Okay, tananga.com. So this is the website which I used a long time ago for my personal website. Right now I think that it's not active anymore, so don't even try to open it because I think that is nothing gonna happen. Okay, and region, as you can see, the North Virginia right now is pretty much the only one which you can choose for free. For everything else you need to pay. So let's keep this North Virginia. Okay, add. And right now this is the most important part in this tutorial. So once again, let's go to domains. Okay, as you can see, you have this domain, you have your domains here, and the important part is status, which is not started. So it's not very good. So somehow you need to make the status verified. And how to do it? You need to add some DNS records into your website.
Bakit?
Ano ba?
Blackbeard is about to go after one of the ancient weapons, and what we have is a coin flip. Heads, Wano is destroyed, and tails, Fishman Island is destroyed. I picked tails for Fishman Island because all of the mermaids have tails. But no matter which catastrophic event occurs, this will bring Blackbeard to within a cherry pie's distance of finally enacting his ultimate ambition, which is to create the Age of Darkness. So ages are a very interesting concept in One Piece, mostly because they're quite vague and yet also universally known and recognized. But in the entire history of fictional pirates, we've only referenced 4 ages thus far. The oldest one is known as the Age of Heaven. This was Alabaster's ancient history briefly told by Robin, which is so old that we don't even know where it falls in.
Ubisoft has to be one of the dumbest companies on the planet right now. Their stock has been in a free fall for quite some time, and their financial collapse is making Blockbuster blush. Everything they release flops and is received with a collective yawn from pretty much everyone on the planet. And even in the midst of all of this, Ubisoft just stealthily released an NFT game. This has to be part of some kind of grand humiliation ritual. I can't think of any possible explanation for this. Not only are they extremely tardy to the party, they missed that wave by a few years, but they didn't even have the fucking chutzpah to announce it to anyone, meaning nobody has even heard of it aside from just shooting spitballs at it right now. I can only find 2 gameplay videos from any human being that's even touched this game, and both of them have less than 5 views. Not even the most brainwashed, godforsaken crypto bro goobers are giving this the time of day. And I'm talking about those hopeless souls that are still huffing as much copium as their lungs can handle, preaching the gospel of how NFTs aren't dead and are actually overdue for a second coming. Not even that group is touching this. That's mind-boggling to me, because they are clapping seals that will hype up anything that even has the word blockchain or crypto in it. Like with that Flappy Bird NFT scam from a couple months ago. They aren't even looking at this. Looks like every AI-generated ad from Facebook mobile games. There is nothing interesting about that. Nobody gives a fuck. I don't know why Ubisoft put any resources behind it. We need to have a team go out there and investigate what kind of fishy business is afoot at the Ubisoft headquarters. Someone must be pumping galaxy gas through the air vents or something that's turned them all fucking stupid over there. Like, what are they even thinking? What's next for Ubisoft? They're gonna try and buy the Concord IP and re-release it as a Ubisoft original? Everything about this idea is terrible, and it gets even sillier when you take a deeper peek at it. So apparently the figurines that you saw battling there in epic combat swag style are NFTs that can be bought on the marketplace from anywhere between $7 and $64,000. If you spend $64,000 on a Ubisoft NFT, you go to hell immediately. The devil makes a special circle just for you. According to the studio director at Ubisoft Paris, the game offers deep strategic gameplay featuring unique in-game assets and several exciting innovations, comparing it to a physical trading card game. I highly doubt that. It looks like the biggest, quickest throwaway pump and dump I've ever seen for one of these crypto games. The team inside the Ubisoft Paris studio developing Champions Tactics Grimoria Chronicles partnered with Ubisoft Strategic Innovation Lab, OASIS, to ensure that our use of blockchain was done in service of delivering new and innovative gaming experiences for our players. Our shared goal is to explore new ways to play alongside, bringing more value to players based on empowerment and ownership. Oh, fuck you. You can suck the dirtiest part of my butthole. The only way we could empower our players is by integrating the blockchain into it and charging up to $64,000 for some figurines in-game. This gives them a sense of accomplishment. Champions Tactics offers deep strategic gameplay featuring unique in-game assets, several exciting innovations. These include millions of procedurally generated figurines, each with distinct stats, assets shaped directly by players' choices, and an open marketplace letting players compose their teams on a peer-to-peer basis, much like a physical trading card game. Oh yeah, get excited. Ubisoft has to be one of the dumbest companies on the planet right now. Their stock has been in a free fall for quite some time, and their financial collapse is making Blockbuster. Ubisoft has to be one of the dumbest companies on the planet right now. Their stock has been in a free fall for quite some time, and their financial collapse is making Blockbuster blush. Everything they release flops and is received with a collective yawn from pretty much everyone on the planet. Use of blockchain was done in service of delivering new and innovative gaming experiences for our players. Our shared goal is to explore new ways to play alongside, bringing more value to players based on empowerment and ownership. Oh, fuck you. You can suck the dirtiest part of my butthole. The only way we can empower our players is by integrating the blockchain into it and charging up to $64,000 for some figurines in-game. This gives them a sense of accomplishment. Champions Tactics offers deep strategic gameplay featuring unique in-game assets, several exciting innovations. These include millions of procedurally generated figurines, each with distinct stats, assets shaped directly by players' choices, and an open marketplace letting players compose their teams on a peer-to-peer basis, much like a physical trading card game. Oh yeah, get excited, sports fans. Procedurally generated figurines. Yes, perfect. I can't wait to get a god roll on Berserker Knight with double D titties and a cigar, and with the gold mutagen. For months, we have collaborated closely with our community through events and beta phases to build and refine Champions Tactics. We're excited to keep expanding and enhancing the experience together. Ubisoft did not comment on the game's adults-only rating, presumably for its blockchain basis and use of cryptocurrency. Has a fucking adults-only rating? Jesus, it's just insult to injury. I love that they keep saying how excited they are and how amazing it is. Meanwhile, it was quietly released as hush-hush as possible. Yeah, nothing says excitement quite like trying to squeak out a silent fart and hope that no one's around to hear it, dropping this game and hoping nobody puts their eyes on it. Yeah, wow, they're so excited by it. I'd also totally forgotten about this little nugget of Ubisoft lore. In December of 2021, it launched its own NFT platform called Quartz, with Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint as the first game to offer a beta trial. It did not fare well, appearing to have initially only sold 15 NFTs. Jesus Christ, pictures of nutsacks were selling more NFT copies than that. Oh my lord, Ubisoft, how do you sleep at night? That is so embarrassing. And then, of course, they had the gall to blame players. Ubisoft's NFT bosses stated in an interview that players just don't get it. Yeah, it's the players who are wrong, not the soulless zombies at the top of the Ubisoft food chain. They're the guys who get it. We're all just a bunch of dumb, bumbling imbeciles who could never possibly understand the beauty and the innovation behind blockchain gaming and $64,000 NFT figurines. It is painfully obvious to see how Ubisoft continues to fail to such an absurd degree and just circle the shitter. As Ubisoft's money continues to dry up and they continue to scramble and panic internally, they continue to just do the same formula that got them into this pickle in the first place. Releasing bland, open-world games that's just the same exhausting, generic experience over and over again, like the Avatar game, like Star Wars Outlaws. And it's clear from the sales data, like Star Wars Outlaws underperforming so badly for them. Now, even when they do have like a good game that somehow falls between the cracks and they squeak it out from their butt cheeks, like the Prince of Persia game, they do nothing to support it. They just let it fly with no marketing budget behind it to fend for itself and die alone in the cold rain. And it's a shame. Ubisoft just can't grasp the simplest concept that if they start making good games, their stock price will go up. Their sales will go up. Instead of chasing these jackpots, these live service games or games that you can fucking squeeze every single person playing it for as much money as possible to try and get them all to empty their piggy bank and fucking mortgage their house to spend more money on your microtransactions. They should be chasing promising titles that people will be excited for. Nobody is excited for another open world Ubisoft game. Nobody is. Well, I mean, I'm exaggerating. Of course, there are people that like the comfort of like the same formula they're used to. It's cozy. and I'm not saying they're wrong for that, but as is pretty clear from the data, most people are exhausted with it and would rather have new things. So that's where the focus should be. Not NFT moonshots that they're fucking throwing out of nowhere like a jump scare. Not another like Call of Duty killer with X-Defiant. Even though I had fun with X-Defiant for like a week or two, it just wasn't a game that had any real staying power or any actual chance at encroaching on that market share that Call of Duty dominates. It couldn't compete with it, and it's still around, like it still does have a passionate community, but it's not a super home run for Ubisoft like I think they were banking on, because they put a lot of money behind pushing that. To me, and keep in mind, I am just a stupid Cro-Magnon, it seems like a simple solution. Start making good games again. Kind of as easy as that, I think. Simple. You just start making good games again. Give up on the open world live service games and shit like that. Just let it die. Give up on crypto games and the blockchain. You can't even get to the crypto bros who will actually eat any shit you feed them. You can't even get to them, you have no fucking shot. So stop spending money there with things like this new Grimoria Chronicle or whatever, and just start focusing on good games. Just fuck, it's not difficult. I mean, making a good game is difficult, but it's not difficult to pivot away from these $100 million budget titles that aren't giving you any returns. It should be a no-brainer to just wipe your ass with that, take a bath on it, and just instead focus on cheaper titles that could be really good. Right now, Ubisoft's strategy is literally, we've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas. So here's an NFT game, please, some whales, spend money on it, we're begging. Oh my god, it is sickening how stupid Ubisoft is. I just had to clown on them right now after reading about this new game. If you can even call it a game, it's not a game. It's just not. It is just a desperate ploy to try and squeeze some money out of some gullible fools, some suckers. Oh god. Anyway though, that's about it. See ya. I've stumbled across the creepiest dating coach the cyberspace has ever seen. He's like a Galactus level threat to getting laid. Like if you ever wanted to ensure every woman is frightened of you, follow his advice. But also, if you want to follow his advice, make sure you got your piggy bank ready to turn over, because you got to pay for his course on it. This is his slogan: alpha dominance in dating, rise above the rest. And then if you scroll down on his homepage, it says, navigate the fog when it comes to women, it's time to level up. Now, I'm going to show you all the videos he's been posting to try and drive sales to his Picking Up Women course, the Steaming Ham Tutorial Step-by-Step Guide. And he's pretty much exactly what you're picturing right now after reading It's Time to Level Up. He legitimately looks and speaks like a Redditor who's just reading off of old Ask Reddit pages from 12 years ago.
You do not have to accept her rejection.
You couldn't script a worse start to this lesson. You don't have to accept her rejection. Brother, that's like the #1 thing you should accept, not just with women, but with people in general. Nobody likes the pushy douchebag that refuses to take no for an answer. The guy's out here cosplaying as a car salesman, treating romance like it's a Yu-Gi-Oh duel. No, I will not allow this to happen because I have this trap card. The conversation will continue whether you like it or not.
I'm a professional dating coach, and I teach guys how to understand the female mind. Now, if you're one of the people that haven't applied anything in my course or my videos or anything like that, this video is not for you. This is an advanced technique.
This ain't your grandma's flirting no more. This ain't Weenie Hut Juniors. This is forbidden jutsu. While you were out partying, he was inside, studying the techniques, and he's bestowing upon us his sage wisdom with the advanced stuff. This is a man who has mastered the female mind, and he's sharing all of its secrets with us and telling us all the techniques to make it bend to our will.
You don't have to accept her rejection. Now, here's an example. I was talking to a girl, and she said, I'm not really interested. And I, instead of just going, okay, and then just turning away, I did this. Why would you not be interested in me? I'm the best.
It's genius! The chosen one! Lisan Al-Gaib! How could we have not thought of that technique? Whoa! Instead of just accepting when a girl isn't into you, you say, wait, but you should be. No, you! He's done it! He's cracked the code! His midichlorian count is beyond our comprehension. Behold, the patron saint of pussy has come! Yes! So instead of accepting a rejection, you keep pestering her about you being the best. If that's not the most cringe shit in the world, I don't know what is.
Absolutely the best. And she's like, oh, how? I'm like, well, you'd have to come over to my house to find out. And you'd also have to be okay with kink, and you'd also have to be okay with my mastery of the ropes and the fact I have multiple women. And actually, maybe not. Maybe you wouldn't be the best for me.
Yeah, fucking right, dweeb. She'd see through that lie so quickly. The only thing you're best at is top lane one-trick Teemo in your fucking anime club Discord group. No shot that would ever work in a real situation. If you said that to a living, breathing human being in the real world, she would be so immediately creeped out by you, she'd be running away. Fucking screaming for help. Going up to a stranger who has just rejected you, and then saying you're the best, and the only way she'll find out how is if she comes over and has to be into kink and all of that. What fantasy are you living in? You're so fucking porn-brained if you think that would ever work on just a total stranger. It makes you sound like a serial killer, like she'd go over and it'd be a scene out of Dexter's early seasons, fucking plastic put up everywhere as you're about to dismember her. She'd have to be okay with your mastering of the ropes and your multiple women. A, saying multiple women in this context makes it sound like multiple victims more than anything, and B, I don't know who put this into the heads of some like really desperate men, but most women don't like to hear that you're fucking a ton of other women, too. Like, that's not really a turn-on or anything. I know that a lot of delusional dudes think it makes them seem more desirable to women, like, oh, it's okay if you tell me no, I have like 16 other women that will tell me yes. Your loss, I suppose. But it's not really, like, a flex or anything. It seems super weird. It is super weird.
She started going back and forth with me, and I started building attraction in that because now I had sidestepped her fucking rejection. Granted, keep in mind, I didn't force it. I didn't say, no, you're gonna... I just played into her little fucking game. I knew she was playing with me a little bit, or just kind of disengaging, and I gave her a little bit of fun. You want to know what I did with her later?
Of all of the things in the world that have never happened, that has never happened the most. That is the most didn't happen shit of all time. What a bunch of baloney. Actual horseradish on this story. Just a blatant lie trying to get dudes to buy into this fantasy that he's selling, to try and go to his website and give him money for the worst advice you'll ever hear. So, if you do go to his website and check out, like, why you should buy it, there's a nugget of wisdom in there that I can't help but share. But according to him and nobody else, he basically can't leave the house without having thousands of sodden panties tossed at him from women that are vying for his cock. So if you go to why you should purchase the course and what you get, he says, proven results. With over 100,000 Tinder matches in 2 years, which is an outrageous number. He's fucking entire cities worth of women. Like, your girlfriend has probably been with this guy. In fact, ask your mom right now if she cheated on your father with this guy. I bet if you walked up to any woman on the street right now and said his name, they'd have a Winter Soldier moment going through it. Now, I'm not saying his name because I'm not trying to have people, like, harass him, but I'm fighting a really strong urge to not mention his name because it's so fucking silly. His name is Alpha plus his name. It's actually kind of adorable. He calls himself the Alpha. But anyway, as well as a little over 1,000 women in his dating lifestyle and multiple women currently with him. So he's not in a monogamous relationship. A guy like this with 100,000 Tinder matches, he has entire harems with him at all times. Slobbering on his cock. His cock is never in his pants, it's always in someone else's mouth or pussy. The methods are time-tested and proven not just by him, but also by his clients across multiple types of men. These methods just work. Don't settle for mediocrity in your dating life. Embrace the alpha mindset and unleash your true potential to attract the partners you desire. Cracking the alpha dating mind will equip you with skills, mindset, and charisma to become a dominant force in the dating world. Gain the confidence, magnetism, and success you deserve in every romantic pursuit. Invest in yourself. Unleash your alpha potential today. I mean, my credit card's already flying out of my wallet right now. I need to unlock my alpha potential.
Ask a girl, can I get your number? She said, no, I just got out of a relationship, and I don't know if I'm ready to date or whatever. And I handed her my phone and said, Go ahead, type it in. It'll be fine.
Another story more fake than the Tooth Fairy here, but the way that he tells this story is haunting. I'm getting chills listening to it, like I feel threatened.
We can get Chardonnay, we can talk like girlfriends and talk about your old relationship with this guy. We're not gonna do that, but it's gonna be okay. Another example. Once again, not forcing it, not being super aggressive. She can say no again, which at that point I would have disengaged. But guess what she didn't do? Didn't say no. And that was the first time it happened. And then I did it again and again and again and again and again. And most of them ended up coming over my house, ended up sleeping with me. You just gotta know how to do it correctly.
I can see how he had 100,000 Tinder matches and has multiple women that he's with at all times. He is a smooth operator here. I admit I was skeptical at first, but after hearing this expertise, it's clear. There's not going to be any vagina left in the world for the rest of us men, now that he's out there on the prowl. Lord help us all.
Here's something I need you to do. I need you to enter the female mind for a second.
Oh, okay, yes sir. Oh man, he's delivering an order. Alright, I'll try and jack into the female mind real quick. Oh god, it's so scary in here! Alpha, pull me out, I don't know what I'm doing, I need your guidance! It's
I'm a professional dating coach and I teach guys how to understand the female mind. Now, this will help you get more numbers, because you gotta fucking understand how their mind works and what they go through every day. Imagine if every fucking day of your life you were approached for about 45 times, which is the number that I've come up with my extensive study.
Very scientific gathering methods, I'm sure. Yes, I've approximately calculated that every single woman is approached roughly 45.3, repeating of course, times per day. Now, since you're in the female mind, since I've instructed you to do so, you'll recognize the mental burden that this takes on the female mind, of which I, your dating coach Alpha, have mastered.
Things like, why don't you give me yours, is a fucking thing that's going to weed out 95% of the spineless males that aren't persistent, that aren't fucking clever, that aren't witty, that can't have fun with her.
Yeah, those beta cucks. Not like Alpha here, who's so clever and witty he came up with the absolutely nefarious, diabolical even, genius method of saying, hey, I'm the best. Whoa, man, he's good, he's good. To give him more credit, there was more to it. I'm the best, and you can only find out by coming over and being okay with my mastery of the ropes, the blade, and be kinky. Also, give me your number so we can talk about your ex-boyfriend. Really good stuff. Like, actually very good stuff. I see why it's so effective, now that I'm in the female mind.
And there's a reason she does it. Without being extremely forceful, sidestep it. Like I just said in the last 2 videos. You're welcome.
Disregard everything the woman wants. You do what you want, and you don't accept rejection. This guy's good. This guy's good. I see it now.
Let's talk about my nails. I'm a professional dating coach, and I teach guys how to understand the female mind. Here's the thing. If you think this thing you learned in high school, or that, is the best way to get a girl to... Oh my god, to an O? Jesus Christ.
Not even God could have mercy on your soul if you had that belief. Alpha's about to tear that shit down and blast your ass with real knowledge on how to get a girl to an O. And you can tell he's reliable because he's wearing his sunglasses and his leather jacket with the collar popped. So you know he just finished a threesome with 2 supermodels right before hopping in this car right now. And he's taking time out of his busy day of fucking mashing pissers with the hottest women on the planet to try and teach us barbarians how we can be even an iota of the man that Alpha is.
I can drag my fingers down a girl's back and cause one. If you don't know what a TO is, I can't go into... You'll should know them. TO and AO, Skino, especially a mental O. If you've never given a girl a mental O, gotta tell ya, you're a kiddie league. Stepping into the arena with the pros, and you have no idea what you're doing.
You disgusting coward, you're a 3rd-rate duelist with a 4th-rate deck. Yeah, you're in the junior leagues. You're not ready for the men's Thunderdome. If you don't know what a TO is, which he refuses to elaborate on and gets really hung up on, so it makes me wonder if he knows what it is. But if you don't know what that is, even if you're not familiar with this nomenclature, you're already fucked. If you've never given a girl a mental O, hoo-wee, you stink, brother. But yeah, so I was trying to like analyze these terms because I've never heard them before. So putting together context clues, I think a TO is a a titty orgasm. I think an AO is an anal orgasm. Fucking, I've never heard these before. TO, AO, Cheerio, which is a breakfast cereal. Like, I don't, who uses those terms?
Guy, sorry. Little tip. Put a glove on with a long nail and rake. Not hard. You're welcome.
Now, this is going to come as a shock to all of you watching this, and you're probably not going to believe me, but it's the truth. Somehow, people on TikTok were making fun of this guy, so he responded to the haters.
So, I'm going to try to gain composure in this one. I've filmed this video way too many fucking times.
No, you didn't. That's an absolute lie. You're trying to put on a strong face because you're the alpha, but it's pretty clear the comments and what people are saying got to you, got under your skin, and you're making this as a strong response to it where you're laughing in their face. But the laugh is so unbelievably forced and fake, it's very clear. This shit looks like some kind of high school drama club audition laugh.
But I kind of want to show you guys. I kind of want to show you the elite level of hate that I'm that I'm dealing with. Oh, dude, look. I am literally. That's fucking real fucking cry laughing. All right.
He just has a full-blown Joker meltdown. This app deserves a new class of dating coach, and I'm gonna give it to him. Yeah, that's kind of just the whole video response where he's like, I can't believe all this hate. You guys are giving me fame. You playing right into the palm of my hands type shit. But anyway, you get the idea. Just another dog shit dating coach scam looking to capitalize off of people's insecurity and desperation to try and find a partner. Just wanted to talk about it a little bit. That's it. So yeah. If you've got a full belly, prepare yourself because you might just puke upon seeing and listening to this unbelievable, embarrassing cringe. This is the worst flirting, the worst attempt at wooing a potential romantic interest I have ever seen. This is like playing a visual novel and then scaring away all of your potential love interests at once and getting the worst ending. Now, I'd like to give a bit of context here to the situation before we really dive into the meatballs from our spaghetti entree of cringe. A user on Twitter posted screenshots as well as videos from a random guy who had reached out to her on Facebook because he had seen her on a dating app. The two didn't even match, and I guess he must have assumed that it was some kind of glitch because they were destined to be lovers. It was fate that was pulling them together, but unfortunately technology had a malfunction, so he took matters into his own hands, tracked her down on Facebook, of which she had no connection to the dating app. She didn't connect any of her socials to the dating app, so he did some super sleuthing to find her on Facebook and reach out to her there to try and win her heart. And let's see how that went. Kelsey! I love that intro right there. It's straight out of Scary Movie, like that old commercial. What's up? He's coming at her like they're best friends from way back in the day. He then executes Order 66 and kills all potential for romance. He goes, okay, shit. Mayhaps that was a tad overly enthusiastic for a stranger danger message on a sunny Friday morning. There is so much quirk to the way that he texts that I'm getting uncomfortable. I can say with a high level of confidence that he is definitely in some kind of theater troupe because he is typing like he's acting out some kind of skit for a play. It's a little much here. My bad. Let's go with, I can explain. Fuck yeah, that works. Then drops a couple of emojis and then one of these bad boys. How she didn't immediately fall in love with this man is beyond me. This is aggressive. And it's already creepy because it's a complete stranger who saw her on a dating app and then tracked her down in order to, you know, really directly communicate with her. So, let's go over where things went wrong here. I'll go ahead and get the playbook out like John Madden and say where everything fell apart for the offense. From the start, basically. There is nothing that's even remotely salvageable from what he tried to do here. There is nothing more annoying than texting like you're talking to yourself during the text. Like when you say something like, Kelsey, oh wait, shit, mayhaps that was a tad too far on a stranger danger sunny Friday afternoon. Goodness gracious, how do I save this? Like, that is so fucking lame. That is shameful. That is just downright shameful. I am shocked he didn't drop like an asterisk nuzzles you, and then an asterisk, you there? Yeah, and then one of those emojis. So she said, sorry, do I know you? And then it reactivates this cringe protocol. He says, oh hey, no, we don't know each other. Sincere apologies for this subterfuge. Oh brother, this guy stinks. Dropping subterfuge here in your creepy approach to a stranger. If you give me the tiniest bit of room, I'd be happy to explain. I reckon that said explanation will bring laughs and smiles. P.S. Not trying to rope you into a pyramid scheme to sell fancy Tupperware. Yet. He's trying very hard to be self-aware, and when he starts sending his voice memos to her, he reiterates 1,000 times like, this is weird, you're probably gonna think I'm weird, and then just keeps doing it. He sends so many voice messages that go for a long time. It's making my voice crack because of how fucking embarrassing it is. And you wanna know the wildest part? I'm getting ahead of myself, and it's a spoiler. He has done this to multiple women, apparently. Other women have come forward after this tweet and all of this, the receipts here and all that went viral, with other women showing their interactions with him, and he even uses, like, the exact same lines on other women, which is really odd considering that has to be a 0% success rate. These can't be working well at all. It's so weird. So she decides to play ball here and open Pandora's box to see what comes out. She says, explain away. And he gives a brief, you know, cool guy thing. Oh god, I just spent 60 minutes singing to seniors and man am I drained. But fuck it, I can do this. He's hyping himself up in the text messages he is sending to this girl. It is so embarrassing, and he keeps doing it. But it gets worse because right after that, he sends a voice message.
Hey Kelsey, how's it going? Don't mind me, I fucking hate texting. I think we're all better without it, so I usually use one of these when I can. Also, I don't know if you've ever seen that Key and Peele skit, but that's how I feel about texting. I could go on. Anyway, I just want you to know right off the bat, I fully accept how fucking weird this is. I'm sorry, but like I said, I think if you give me a second, you'll probably end up laughing, and not that you need my permission, but feel free to just laugh directly at me for being a fucking idiot, for I am surely about to embarrass myself right now.
I do appreciate your stamp of approval. I and everyone else will be laughing directly at you for this, and I appreciate that you recognize what an unbelievably weird thing it is to do. I don't know why you keep doing it. This is the first of many voice messages he sends, even after recognizing this immutable fact that it is weird and embarrassing.
And sorry for the delay. I was gonna get back to you, but someone called about a gig tomorrow and I'm trying to help them find a musician. Also, I'm not sure if I'm fucking funny anymore. I just spent 60 minutes, like I said, playing guitar and singing to a room full of senior citizens, but the room was stuffy and hot. I had to do it with a surgical mask on, and I'm not sure if I have any funny or social energy left, but I'm gonna try and fake it right now. So thank you for your understanding and patience, and here goes nothing. I'm a fucking idiot. Enjoy.
He's actually treating this like it's some kind of movie audition. What are you talking about? I also just, I love that he immediately makes himself seem like super busy, like, hey, sorry for the delay, I know you were waiting on bated breath for my explanation, but I had to help very big musicians find a gig. You may have heard of them before, Bring Me the Horizon. Yeah, I'm the lead singer. So I had a lot going on. I was double booked, so I had to give them a different band. You may have heard of them, Metallica. But anyway, let me go ahead and explain what's going on. I just finished one of my own gigs, in fact, so I'm a little drained, but don't be perturbed because I'm gonna do my best to fake it. So stay tuned for part 2. It's coming right up. Like he's about to go through his stand-up comedy routine, which you know you don't want to miss.
In the trenches of online dating for a couple of years, so I definitely know how to identify the kind of person I'm like, if nothing else, the world would be better if we were friends. So hear me out. First of all, I never fucking see that shrug emoji. No one else uses it. It's typed into my phone. If I type shrug with 2 G's, it just shows up. Same thing on my laptop. Like, I'll use it in work emails. Fuck it. So right away, I'm like, interesting. I don't get it, though. She's cute. For how pretty she is, she should be boring. Why does she seem kind of strange in a good way?
That's a spectacular start right there. I was like, she's kind of pretty, so why isn't she like a fucking lobotomite boring dumbass? Like, she used an emoji that I really like. And she's pretty. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Pretty women can't have a personality, but you're like, defying all of science right now. He just keeps going on about this fucking shrug emoji. He's talking about her bio on the dating site, and he just really fixates on that. That shrug emoji is like Cupid's arrow to this guy. He fell in love instantly when he saw it in her bio. I don't know why he thought it was a compliment to say that she's like strange and different in a good way because pretty women are like boring or whatever, insinuates that a pretty girl can't have a personality. I don't know what the thought process was with that approach, but it's definitely a bold play.
I think you said something about live music. My job is actually live music. I play guitar and sing. I do about 25 shows a month. I know it sounds made up. I feel like I invented the job. It's redonkulous, but I live very comfortably. Life is good. I do play at a lot of retirement homes, and it's great for my self-esteem, Kels, as I am a big hit with women over 80.
Time out. Technical foul here. He just dropped a redonkulous. He just said redonkulous. And then not only that, in his only second voice message here, he's already just calling her Kels. They're not even on like a first name basis. They're not acquaintances. These are two complete strangers, and he's already giving her like a nickname. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, and just the night before, I'd been talking to one of my best friends in the world, Roxy. Just people that like match you and they just write hey. So if someone writes hey, I just write hi. And if someone writes sup, I go nothing much, you. And like people that match me and clearly haven't read my fucking bio, folks will match and be like, so what do you do for a living? I'm like, come on, Chelsea. Like, yeah, you're kind of cute, but I'm pretty damn sweet. Try harder.
Why are you even talking about this? You're like trauma dumping on this complete stranger right now that you've tracked down from a dating app to try and communicate directly with because you didn't match with her. What the fuck is this? Now you're just going on about like, dating apps are so weird. People just say like, hey. So then I'm like, hi. You don't know how to have a conversation. You didn't read the bio that I painstakingly typed up. I spent a long time on that bio and now I'm offended. Ridiculous. Redonkulous.
I don't know. It's just to see someone mention that in a bio, I'm like, thank you. I can see that you feel the same as me. Yeah, if people, I always think that effort should match interest in dating. So if you're curious if someone's interested or not, remember that scene with Justin Long and What's Her Face in that movie about dating? Is it he's just not that into you? And he's like, if the guy's interested, he will call. And it's true. So I found a line a couple of years ago and it's like, effort will always match interest. It will show you how interested someone is. And like, I'm pretty goddamn sweet, and I am not that lonely, bored, or horny. I'm not going to take breadcrumbs from someone if I want a sandwich. So if someone hits me with a hey or hi, you can go fuck yourself.
He's just sounding like a complete unhinged asshole here. It's not that deep. What do you mean they can just go fuck themselves? No one's even, like, what does this have to do with anything in this situation? This isn't even flirting. This is just blurting. He's just blurting out all of the most nonsensical shit in his head right now to a complete stranger. And not only that, this is probably not even his first take. I bet he recorded this like 10 times until he had one that was like, this is the one. This was smooth. And that's what we got here. We got the final product. This isn't even like the first draft, I doubt. That's mind-blowing.
I'm worth more. Damn it. This is where the Kelly Clarkson song comes in. Yeah, no, your bio is just, there was so much intentional effort put in, and honestly, the more I scroll down in the pics, I'm like, this does not match up. I don't want to sound like an asshole. Like, attractive people can also be interesting and funny, but it's just incredibly rare. I speak for myself, because I'd like to consider myself one of those.
That's the end of Chapter 2 from the voice memos, but don't worry, there's still a finale, and it's the extended director's cut. The next one's over 5 minutes long. Also, he doubles down in this whole, like, yeah, you're, like, pretty, but you have a personality, which that just does not happen. I don't know why he thinks that that's some kind of, like, grand compliment. It's very odd. Now, before playing the 5-minute, 30-second monologue here, he must have seen that she listened to it. He's like, gotcha! Yeah, I gotcha! Red-handed, you listen to it. Curiosity got the better of you. And then she says, dude, so you saw me on Bumble and found me on Facebook? How? Clearly very creeped out by it, understandably. And then he goes, oh, I honestly just typed in Kelsey and I guess I got lucky. I figured because you put live music we might have some friends in common or something. I blame Zuckerberg, and then laughing emoji. Which contradicts everything that he's said here, because he's constantly talking and referencing her bio, which I think is referring to her dating profile bio. Especially because he does mention, like, online dating with hays and highs and shit. So I don't even know why he thought that would somehow save the situation. Like, she'd be fooled by it.
for the love of fuck. I was like 2 minutes into one, and it was awesome and funny, and I was so proud of it. And then someone called me again about a gig this evening, and it's like, you know that thing where your friends know you're busy or you're on a date or something, and then that's when they decide to call? Jesus Christ.
Excellent. Chef's kiss. This is how you start a romantic message. Ah, for the love of fuck. I was in the middle of something spectacular. You were gonna love it, Kels. You were gonna love it. Trust me. But then one of my fucking asshole friends called me about a gig because I'm so busy being a successful live musician. Can you believe that, Kels? Can you believe that? It's like those things, you know, where like we both go on dates, right? I go on dates, clearly. You go on dates, and sometimes when you're just busy, people call. It's Jesus Christ.
But yeah, no, your bio was just the fucking bee's knees. I mean, listen, top 3 in like the hundreds or thousands I've seen. It was just, I don't know. I'm a very good judge of character, and you just seem like my kind of person. And I'm not saying we're star-crossed lovers. I don't know you, and you don't know me.
That's 100% correct. You don't know each other. So why are you doing this? This is not how you get to know someone. This is concerning. Also, you should never admit to seeing hundreds or thousands of dating profile bios. That makes you sound very desperate, that you spend all of your time on these dating apps, perusing it, cruising around, and if you don't match with someone you found attractive or interesting based on their bio, you go out of your way to find them elsewhere to try and talk to them, which is very scary behavior.
I fully accept how strange and unconventional this is. I got a vibe, and I figured I gotta go with it. I was like in a really good mood that day. I don't know. I'm totally winging it. But yeah, a lot of my close friends are women, and everyone unfortunately has a couple stories of having to block someone's number, or an ex just won't leave them alone, or going to the cops. Fuck, dude, I've had to block a few numbers of crazy people that didn't know they were crazy. So I really, really apologize sincerely if this in any way like triggered that, or it was weird or whatever. Kelsey, that's the furthest thing from my intention. I just wanted to say howdy, and I figured if I talk like an idiot, you'd probably feel like I did after I looked at your bio.
It's so close. He's teetering on the edge of self-awareness. Him saying all of this out loud should have led to this eureka moment where he was overcome with immense shame, and he just presses the eject button and deletes the voice memo and doesn't continue this conversation. Like, he's clearly pointing out just how weird all of this is. He's even going into all of his friends are women who, you know, have stories about having to block crazy people who didn't know they were crazy. Like, case in point, what you're doing here, but you keep trying to, like, make it seem like it's not weird, even though you do keep acknowledging how weird it is. So, like, you're fighting, like, a battle against yourself in your own messages. You are calling yourself out in front of the person that you're talking to as well. It's really weird.
Oh, okay. It's not fair. You've seen mine, or sorry, I've seen yours and you have not seen mine. If you want, I will screenshot my Bumble bio. I'm quite proud of it. I think it's pretty fucking good. It represents me well. And what else would I want to know if I was you? Gee, I'm like 6 feet tall, pretty damn handsome. I'd give me like a 7. No, like a 7.5 out of 10 looks wise. I mean, to my knowledge, no one has dated me for my abs or my hair. I'm guessing it's because I'm funny and honest and clearly very humble and go to therapy and emotionally intelligent.
It's not a job interview, bro. You don't need to be giving your resume here. Brother, just stop. Please. Goodness gracious.
7.5, maybe even an 8. I'm feeling really fucking good lately. I got a tan. I'm up to like 80-second side planks. I hate them, but they're totally worth it for the core. And big feet. So you know what that means, baby doll. Big socks.
You're scaring me. You are scaring me. Why would you do that? What? From way downtown here, he's throwing up a crazy jump shot. He immediately goes into, I've got big feet. You know what that means, baby girl. Oh my lord, please. Have mercy. Have mercy. Why? Why?
What else? I feel like I didn't tell you enough about the bio too. That shrug emoji was just, if nothing else, the fact that like you look like a Disney princess and you use that, I'm like, fuck it, I gotta talk to her. So, oh, I was definitely getting strong Kirsten Bell vibes too, and she's awesome. I don't know if you listen to her husband's podcast, Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard. I know it's quite the reference, but I have a feeling you might know what that is. One of my favorite episodes, actually, is it Lauren Graham that plays Lorelai? She was on there. Anyway, I am all over the fucking place, as is my job.
You're also all over the place in this one-sided conversation. Now you're shouting out podcasts, talking about fucking shrug emoji again. It's hurting me listening to this. Let this be a lesson to everyone out there watching this. Just don't do anything even remotely like this. Never engage in a one-sided conversation where you have to be the one filling in blanks in a conversation that doesn't really exist.
But I'm sitting here, a middle-aged guy in his car with the AC on and a SpongeBob shirt, and I would call this like the technological version of, you know, when like Noah stops Allie in the Notebook and he's like, I had to talk to you when I see something I want. Yes, I just made a Notebook reference. I don't know. I'm being a total idiot right now. So if nothing else, I figured you'd have a laugh and a smile and you could fucking make fun of me to your friends. I don't know. Now you have a solo podcast for a guy that makes like $6,000 a month on a microphone being an idiot.
He was right. This is something that everyone can laugh about and have a big smile on their face, making fun of this whole situation. And then out of nowhere, he drops like his salary from his job, like to flex. He just like slides that in there, which I mean, it's an interesting strategy yet again. This guy's got a wild book of tricks.
I'm sorry, I don't normally bring up money, but I feel like I created my job out of thin air, and like I just submitted my 2022 taxes, and shit's been getting so much better the last few years, so I'm quite proud of it. That wasn't me trying to impress you, though, with money. I've got way more impressive shit than that. It just slipped out. I hope we can still be friends. Anyway,
Why leave it in there, then? You saying that clearly made you uncomfortable. You could have just deleted this and just tried again. Though I don't think you should have tried again regardless. This shouldn't have happened to begin with. But you yourself just made, you just made yourself puke in your mouth when you said your $6,000 a month out loud like that as like a flex, and you still let it ride. You still let this Beyblade rip. Why?
You look like a goddamn Disney princess. The bio completely floored me. I felt like it was written by a friend or something. I just got like strong, like fellow nerd, divergent, super cool, gregarious, happy person vibes. And yeah, so listen, I'm an open book. You probably figured that out like 6 overshares ago. If you have any questions for me, please hit me. Don't be shy. If you want, I'll share my bio. I feel like it's unfair that, I've seen yours and you haven't seen mine. I'm quite proud of my bio.
This entire situation has been nothing but overshares from you. She's not going to ask you any questions. No sane person would. It's not going to happen. This whole thing was a complete catastrophe. And once again, hung up on this fucking bio thing. They're just bios. Most people write them in 10 seconds. I don't know how long he spent, like, finally crafting his, but that is not the norm. I'm sure she didn't spend days coming up with her bio on here. I don't know how it resonated so strongly with this guy, but I bet after this whole song and dance, the woman here immediately just deleted her whole account, or at the very least removed the bio entirely.
Yeah, for the 80th time, I apologize if this was weird, or, like, gave you any bad vibes. That's not my intention. Yeah, I gotta drive home now, because I gotta go sing at a bar in Mississauga, and I have 4 more gigs this weekend, and it hurts to talk. So, I'm sitting here in my car like a jackass, and yeah, I hope that all made some kind of sense. And if nothing else, please take the sincere compliment. I've seen hundreds of shitty bios, probably thousands, and yours was easily top 3. The only reason I'm not giving you number 1 is because then it would seem like I'm lying. But I'm a very genuine, honest person, and yeah. Actually, on my way home, I'm going to go to the park and feed the ducks. My favorite swan couple, Mr. Plump and Mrs. Plumfett, they just had babies a couple weeks ago. So, like, I'll run up and they recognize me and the babies are squeaking. The hierarchy of, like, waterfowl cute babies, it goes swan babies, then ducklings, and then goslings. But, yes, I may or may not do that 4 to 7 times a week. I'm a huge animal lover. Dogs are better than cats. Cats suck. Sorry if you have cats, but I'm sure your cat is cool.
That was one of the most peculiar lies I've ever heard. You're going to stop at the park on the way home so you can visit your favorite swan couple, Mr. Plumph and Mrs. Plumfett, because they just had babies a couple weeks ago, and they recognize you and get excited and start squeaking when you come by, like you're part of the family, part of the crew, part of the ship. What universe? What the fuck? That's not even something Dr. Seuss would write as like a little goofy side plot in a story. That is the biggest lie I've ever heard, for no reason, for no reason. The quirkiness is overloading. Like, the cup runneth over on Quirk. Wow.
And, yeah, take the compliment. Anyway, apologies if this totally intruded on your day, opposite of my intention. And, yeah, your bio was fucking awesome. I mean, there's a couple other assets I noticed too, but I cannot mention them without sounding like a fuckboy, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm sure you've worked very hard to be in the shape you're in, but goddamn, lady. God damn, I would not kick you out of bed for eating crackers. So I figured if you are half as funny as you seem to be and half as cool as I got from that bio, I would say howdy. Yeah, alright. Hope this made you laugh and smile, and you have a fantastical day, Kelsey. Cheers.
And that's the grand finale of this whole situation, and what a journey it was. I find this to be probably the best example of the worst approach to romance imaginable. And, like I said, this was not an isolated incident. He's done this before. He's even used the same lines before. Which is it's so wild. It's so wild. I had to talk about it. I had to. So, yeah, that's really about it. So, yeah. Last night, I had a little trouble falling asleep. I think what I needed was a good bedtime story. So, I turned to Reddit, just cruising around, perusing, see if I could find anything that'd give me the yawns and help me go night-night. But I found something extraordinary. Something so stimulating, I stopped any attempt at going to sleep, and I just sat there bewildered by what I had just read. For at least 40 minutes, I just sat in silence, truly stunned, like a child who had just watched his first episode of Chris Angel's Mind Freak. My brain was blown out my ass. I couldn't imagine a world where this was real, but all of the evidence pointed to it being a genuinely true story. I did eventually hit the hay, and now, a full, 9 hours later, I'm still thinking about this, so I figured, why not share it with all of you? Perhaps this will have a profound effect on your life, or maybe it'll do something to help motivate you to not be like the guy in this story. It's a series of text messages between a man and a woman. And that's all I'll tell you for now. I don't want to get in any spoilers. I want you to come into this as unsuspecting as possible. Let's dive in. Previously on Dragon Ball Z, the two people in this text conversation were close friends for about 9 years. The Reddit poster is the woman in this story, and her male friend here had recently professed his love for her in a pretty creepy way. The feeling wasn't mutual, so it led to a bit of a disconnect between the two of them, and in an act of desperation, the male friend calls in the cringe artillery and starts bombarding her with memes, to which she finally responds, "Hey, I appreciate the memes." Real quick, I'd like to come in here with a PSA. I recognize that in the current climate of things, there's a lot of people that have lived their entire lives online without any actual social interaction, so I want this to be a teachable moment. Don't send memes as some kind of last-ditch Hail Mary. Like, if you let something rip and it's not reciprocated, spamming memes isn't going to salvage the situation, it's only going to make it worse and even weirder. Her saying, "I appreciate the memes," is just a lie. No one's ever going to say that. Those words have probably not left a human being's mouth ever. "Ah, good morrow, sailor. I really appreciate the exquisite memes you've shared with me today. I was a little perturbed with our last conversation, but now that you've sent 1,000 memes, I see you've got a good heart. Thank you for this." And I'm speaking from experience here. I'm very knowledgeable in this field. I'm the authority on this matter. I've told this story before, but I'll just briefly repeat it. The very first girl I was ever flirting with and exchanging text messages with was back in high school, and she did not feel the same way about me as I did her. And in my weakest moments, I turned to the dark side and consulted the Sith Lords, and was advised to try and maybe send goofy memes and ASCII art, because that was big back in the day. So I did. And guess what? It didn't fucking solve anything, it just made it even worse. I know how uncomfortable that must have been for her. So yeah, that is not the right play, to just start spamming memes and shit. But anyway, she continues the message by saying that she's only ever thought of him as a close friend and never really viewed him in a romantic way. So when he professed her love, it made things a little weird. They grew distant, they grew a bit hostile, but she thinks they can be friends again just as long as it's very clear that there is no romantic feelings in this relationship. She's just laying down the brass tacks and making things very clear, to which he responds, "I certainly had my head on backwards, but as my friend, I really think you're fucking adorable, and every trip I've ever taken with you is so fucking precious. I've heard of a Japanese word called shibumi, and it's basically authority without dominance. Call me a simp, but I really think you have that. Code red, he's not taking no for an answer. Jinkies, we're going too deep. He just busted out Shaboomy. Jesus Christ, we're in the in-game now. Lord help us. He continues to spaghetti dump here for the novel that he's writing her. There's steam coming off of the touchscreen pad as he's writing. The most important takeaway here is a very specific line, a buzzword that gets dropped that I think is very important that we highlight. He says, "Sometimes it feels like my chivalrous interest with you is underappreciated or just unappreciated sometimes." The reason I point that out is because I'm pretty confident that the word chivalry is used exclusively by creeps. I don't think there's been a documented case of a normal person saying chivalry, especially not in this context. It's just like an immediate red flag word to drop, especially when saying that my chivalrous interest is underappreciated, you know, it's not valued enough. It's just some certified weirdo Redditor energy, like tipping the hat, "M'lady, it's no problem, you're welcome for holding the door open for you. Chivalry isn't dead, am I right?" I'm the perfect example. No, of course, I'm just kidding, I jest. Chivalry can't die, because to die, it would imply that it was ever alive in the first place. Only a living thing can experience death, and chivalry is not a living thing, it's an idea. More of a social code, per se. He continues on, and then eventually tells her that she should like one of them so he doesn't feel crazy, to which she says, "You're not crazy, I just need some time to think." Which I think is a perfectly reasonable response to all of this, but he gives her no time to think and immediately just comes back to, "Please, please, let me find favor in your eyes." I'm assuming he heard that in some kind of like indie song at some point, so he tried to throw that in here to see if it'd work. So he's going full-blown Robert Frost now, even then drops a picture saying, "Daydream with me," and it's like the sun rising. So it's getting very emotional in here. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit because it's him once again just begging for any kind of reciprocation, to which she just keeps saying she just needs some time to process all of this. But he's extremely impatient, his foot is fully on the gas and there's no turning back now. He is full throttle invested in all of this. He's using every possible cliche line imaginable, but he's not finding any favor in her eyes. It just keeps going. "You're valid, never really heard the extent of why I'm your friend," so now he's like interrogating her. "Why am I your buddy? Why am I your pal, huh? Tell me! I could tell you all day why you're my friend. Your voice is fucking music. I think you're brilliant. Just a brilliant person to be around. Really wish I could hug you. Fuck, this hurts." Then again, she reiterates, "I need time to think, I will reach out when I'm ready." And now we've finally gotten past the introduction here and we're entering the climax. Welcome to the wacky zone. He once again gives her no time to like reach out or process any of this. He reaches out pretty soon after everything, only a couple of days, and says, "So like, is there any chance as your friend I could send you something explicit?" She says, "What do you mean?" And then he goes, "NSFW," which I'm sure all of you know what that means, but I'll break it down anyway. Not safe for work. Of course, she wasn't expecting this curveball, so she says, "Are you trying to make a joke right now?" And then he goes, "No, kind of a gamble." I will say this is a historic moment. You are witnessing the worst gamble in history. Congratulations, we all got to be a part of this. This is, by far, the absolute worst possible fucking gamble you could ever make. This is like betting 100% of your life savings on me getting taller. Like, what the fuck are you, like, I don't understand how you think an out-of-nowhere nudie is going to somehow win her over and, like, somehow solve all of these problems. I just can't even understand that mindset, really. It just doesn't compute. Like, okay, I tried all of the lovey-dovey, really mushy-gushy stuff with the favor in your eyes, your voice is like magic, or music. It didn't work. So let's try something a little more primal. Wiener. What about penis? Eureka! This might be the answer. Let's try it. She's once again just trying to make sure she fully understands the lunacy going on here, so she says, "Are you asking me if you can send me something sexually explicit?" Respectfully. What a gentleman. A fedora tip to you, my gentle sir. That is sophisticated. Very respectful. "M'lady, doth thou wish to gaze upon my meat?" And then he sends her a dick pic with his pinky out while holding it. An incredibly interesting play here, as if somehow his cock was going to hypnotize her and make her fall in love with him. So she eventually responds by pointing out how weird this whole interaction has become. She still only ever viewed them as friends and will only ever view him as a friend, and that she's very disappointed that he can't even respect that she wants some time to herself to process this entire weird interaction. She also drops a bombshell at the end by mentioning that she's currently in a relationship, so that was a big plot twist. This goober is doing all of this to a girl who is not interested and also in a relationship. The odds couldn't be more against him. Now, she used a word at the end that's about to change the entire course of this interaction. She said, "It sucked when you went all incel on me towards the end." That word, I had a big voice crack there, that's how powerful that word is. That one word ruffled this guy's feathers so much. You're about to see a full-blown ballistic breakdown from it. I respect that. Also, if I'm an incel, you're toxic, so let's not name call. She's toxic because she doesn't want to fuck him. Why is that even in your argument, that I can't get someone? I can. You choose not to. That's fair, but you didn't get to call me an incel because you decline. You go out of your way to say it. Why is that? Label me as anything else, like, for real. It's foolish for you to argue something like that. She gets taken off guard here, saying like, "Hey, whoa, pump the brakes, Buster. I didn't mean to offend you." She says, "I never said you couldn't get someone. What do you mean?" She never said that. Like, he is now just projecting some insecurities and reading between the lines on shit that doesn't exist. She just said his behavior was that of like an incel or something. And he keeps going. "You should know I'm anything but a little dick incel, so out of here with that shit." Again, she never even pointed out your penis or anything. She didn't call it small. Like, where is this coming from? He's fighting ghosts. I'm not even gonna pretend that's valid. You're with a fucking beta cuck to begin with. Maybe that's your type and maybe that's why we aren't together. Have fun with that. The mask has come off. He is unchained, unhinged, and unhappy. Your boyfriend's a beta cuck loser. That's the only reason you and I aren't together, because that's what you're into, beta cucks. You couldn't handle an alpha male testosterone titan like me, a real man who cries while he texts. She then goes on to say, like, look, if you find me to be toxic and all of this awful stuff, like, okay, then, you know, you shouldn't be upset that we're not close anymore. And to this big message, he just responds by saying, "I'll see you in hell." And then she says r/nice guys, which this very much is an r/nice guys moment. You know, keep in mind, this is still, like, only a couple days after the whole poetic, "Allow me to find favor in your eyes, miss. Your voice is music, sweet music." And now it's, "What an excellent take on a 7-year waste of my fucking time." To which she responds, "So you're just waiting around until I'd eventually date you? That's on you, man." She's absolutely right. That is entirely on you. This dude played the long game, almost an entire decade of pretending to be her friend in the hopes that eventually you'll get to fuck her, I guess was the plan. That is a long commitment to a deep cover operation to stay in disguise, faking friendship, hoping that eventually you'll be able to have sex with her. And then he says, "How was I supposed to know you're only interested in half men?" I've never even seen that term used before. This guy's pulling all kinds of Insano-style phrases out of his ass now. "I spent 7 years just waiting for you to notice the difference, but I guess I bet on the wrong fucking horse." This goober spent 7 years pretending to be her friend, hoping that somehow she'd fall in love with him? This is craziness. This is a longer time spent undercover than Rob Lucci and the gang during the Water 7 arc of One Piece. Like, this is outrageous how long he committed to this ridiculous, diabolical plan. And now he's just full anime villain mode. I'm over you. That's why I asked if you needed a visual definition of the word endowed, because I bet you're never going to get that with the life you choose to live without me. Motherfucker, I grew this dick for you, you ungrateful clod. We have to pause here for a moment. Wow. "I grew this dick for you, you ungrateful clod." That is one of the most powerful sentences I've ever had the pleasure of reading. What does that even mean? That's not even possible. How could you have grown your penis for her? Was there no dick there to begin with, and then you just started, what, like planting the seeds and then taking care of it like summertime gardening? Like, what does that mean you grew it for her? Is it a laboratory experiment like the Cybermen? Like, I don't understand. It's just such a bafflingly amazing sentence. She's also stunned, saying, I refuse to believe that these messages aren't satire. And then that sets him off even further. This entire relationship is satire. A joke. Your interest in men is a joke. The wambulance is coming in hot. He's Squidward, you're Squidward, I'm Squidward, we're all Squidward. This whole relationship satire, it's all a joke, you're a joke. Fuck you. My interest in you is a joke. This is the first time I wanted to show someone my dick because I hate them. Fucking brilliant. r/nice guys, these nuts. She waits a while and then says, I think enough time has passed and I just genuinely want to know if you've had any remorse for the shit you said to me or if you truly believe it was all valid. And then he responds 7 hours later saying, let's find out if you're still seeing the Hat Man first. I don't know what that means, but then he comes back 2 hours later and said, I'm over you. You're wasting your time. So he's trying to flip this around on her like, you missed your opportunity with the golden goose. You missed your opportunity with the alpha. I've moved on, you harpy. I don't need you anymore, harlot. Listen, I've matured a lot. You clearly haven't. So you're wasting your time trying to talk to me now. You had your chance, you blew it. I'm sure you're kicking yourself now for this, but hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But then just to finish it off with the cherry on top, he quotes from before where he was offering to show her his wiener and says, I still mean this if you need clarification. And then comes back and says, except don't even bother asking for nudes. I have a girlfriend. Okay. I mean, this is quite the ride. What an adventure. She eventually just says, you know, what's wrong with you? We were friends for almost a decade. And then you go into this shit. Which is a reasonable response. Like, how did this happen? We have been friends for like 10 years. We've known each other for so long. Where did this come from? It is crazy. This whole situation was wild. And also, I'm calling fiddlesticks on that last statement from him. I don't believe he has a girlfriend. If we go back to like chapter 7 of this meltdown, he said that she was the first girl he wanted to show his penis to. So, I'm under the impression he's a virgin. And I don't think enough time has passed between those messages and these that he would not only lose his virginity, but then also have a girlfriend, especially given all of the behavior we're seeing exhibited here. So, I think he lied about that. That was probably just once again some kind of Hail Mary to make her jealous. Like, hey, listen, Toots. Got a girlfriend. Stay off of me. Can't send you nudes anymore. You blew it. Nope, can't do it. Sorry. That's on you. Yeah, you'll regret this for the rest of your life, clearly. Sorry. Have a girlfriend. Even though it's most likely a lie. But yeah, that's all there is to the story here. Overall, I think we can all agree that nice guys really do finish last. It is insulting that these two didn't end up getting married. This guy is a real catch, and it's just a shame to see that it didn't pan out. But yeah, overall, dropping the sarcasm, I actually feel really bad for the woman in this situation here. This is someone who was a close friend to her for a fucking decade, only to then find out that that close friend was actually just a complete piece of shit, loser, degenerate, who was only being her friend, trying to have sex with her down the line. I can't even imagine that kind of betrayal. That must have been fucking awful. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to share this because I've been thinking about it like all day. So yeah, that's really about it. So yeah. I have to talk about these text messages. I can't help it. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I'm only human. These are extraordinary in like the creepiest way imaginable. I usually don't like to do the same type of content back to back, and yesterday I covered some text messages as well, but I can't resist the urge. It calls out to me, the void beckons, and I have to speak on these. So, the context. A lady had an old co-worker whom had been fundamentally stalking her for quite some time. Her and her husband had dealt with this individual for a while, and decided to share some of the unhinged messages that they had been sent by him. There was a lot more that happened besides these text messages, but that's what was shared and what I want to go over. Buckle your seatbelt here, because this is about to be a pretty intense ride. This is a good read from cover to cover, if you like lunacy. Hey, I hope your weekend has started nicely. I apologize it took me a few days to feel like I could say this. No need to apologize, goober. I get it. Had to muster up the courage here, hype yourself up in the mirror so that you could really let the demon out. You need to break up with blank, and then agree to be my girlfriend, with intentions to be my wife. And let me explain why. So he's basically acting like a car salesman here, trying to drive the hard bargain. It's like an episode of Shark Tank. I'm seeking a wife for 10% equity in my cock. I have no doubt he also had a PowerPoint presentation prepared for this, but unfortunately maybe it didn't attach, so it didn't send. I can provide more for you than he can. The independent woman facade you engage in wouldn't be necessary with me. I make more than enough money in my job in order to take care of you and provide you with a lakefront house, which I know is a desire of yours. I can provide you the free time that you often post about and yearn for to engage in your favorite hobby, ceramics. All I ask for you is your devotion in return. I know I am perhaps not physically desirable to you, which is why I plan to compensate with the lifestyle you often talk about wanting to provide yourself. You can really feel the fedora through these messages. It smells of such potent desperation. It's also very interesting that he calls attention to not being physically desirable to her. It's an interesting negotiation tactic. Excuse me, madam. I know you may not be physically attracted to me, but here's how I can make up for my face looking like turbo ass. I know if you could be given an opportunity, you would take it because you mostly desire to be able to experience freedom in life. It is something painful for me knowing you could have everything you wanted if you would simply agree to be my wife in the future. I could also pay off your student loans and car loan, which I know you've expressed desire to have those completed in the next 6 years. I could do that today, with a simple call to your loan companies. All I need from you is to immediately move to my property and begin your new life with me. Jesus Christ, that is concerning. I can pay off all of this, just come join my cult. And I promise I am not a rapist or a creep. Nothing screams good guy quite like needing to clarify that you are neither a rapist nor a creep. I mean, would he lie to you, right? I mean, that's what a normal person says, like, by the way, miss, I am neither rapist nor creep, so you should feel safe around me. Now come live on my property immediately. I am not going to imprison you or shackle you.
It's not a bug, it's a feature. The programmers often use that excuse to justify their garbage code, and sometimes it actually works. Like in the original Sid Meier's Civilization game, Gandhi's aggression level was set to an unsigned integer of 1, making him a super chill pacifist, but when another civ adopts diplomacy, it reduces aggression by 2. 1 minus 2 equals 255, or an unsigned integer underflow, which maxed out Gandhi's aggression and turned him into a diabolical thermonuclear enthusiast. Civ players loved this bug so much that it became a feature. That's the urban legend anyway, but it's all fun and games until people start losing money and getting blown up in real life. Real men test in production, and in today's video, we're going to take this carbon fiber submarine and travel down the software bug iceberg to look at 25 examples of bad code that changed the world, where the deeper we go, the more severe the consequences. If you survive until the end, you'll understand why to do fix it later might be the last line of code you ever write. Our journey begins in the year 2008, a time when people still use devices like iPods to listen to music. Microsoft had its own crappy knockoff called Zune. The device worked great until December 31st, New Year's Eve, when every Zune around the world froze and became a very stylish brick. The screen displayed a loading bar and would get stuck at 100% and then just stay there. It could only be fixed manually by removing the battery. This happened because it wasn't programmed to account for the extra day in a leap year. When reaching the 366th day of a leap year, the software attempted to reset, but a logic error in handling the day count meant the device could not exit the loop, causing it to freeze permanently. This code could be easily fixed by simply breaking out of the loop when the number of days reached 367, but not all bugs are that easy to fix, like the infamous Pentium FDIV bug of 94. Occasionally, when a program did floating point division on a Pentium chip, it would return an incorrect value. It only happened in about 1 in 9 billion division operations, but was discovered by a professor at Lynchburg College while doing computational number theory. Originally, he thought it was his own bug, but after extensive testing, he reported it to Intel. Intel tried to downplay it, but then IBM IBM suspended Intel chips in their PCs, and it turned into a massive PR nightmare. The core issue is related to the SRT division algorithm, which is a way to speed up division by using lookup tables to estimate the next digit of a quotient. The lookup table contains 1066 entries, but the problem in this bug is that 5 entries were missing, causing certain combinations of numbers to return incorrect results at the hardware level. That's pretty bad, but this next bug was found inside an Apple. In 2019, you could use your iPhone to start a FaceTime call with someone, then while the call is ringing, swipe up to add another person, making it a group call, add your own phone number as an additional person, then FaceTime would glitch out and think the group call was active, and now you can eavesdrop on the audio from the original recipient's phone. And then if the person pressed the power button to dismiss the call, it would activate their camera. What's even crazier is that this bug was discovered by a 14-year-old while trying to set up a group chat for playing Fortnite. Then he tells his mom, and his mom tries to report it to Apple. Apple thinks its code is perfect. What's even crazier is that this bug was discovered by a 14-year-old while trying to set up a group chat for playing Fortnite. Then he tells his mom, and his mom tries to report it to Apple. Apple thinks its code is perfect and just ignores him, but then, about a week later, the bug starts to go viral on social media. And everybody's doing it on live streams. At this point, Apple disables group FaceTime entirely and released a patch about a week later. They did make things right with the 14-year-old though, and awarded him a bug bounty and some education funding, but the root of the problem appears to be the fact that they weren't checking the state of the call before activating the audio stream. Normally, software bugs cause people to lose money, but sometimes the opposite is true, like the 2024 Chase ATM glitch. Most banking systems run on proprietary code that was written 50 years ago using ancient languages like COBOL. Usually, when you deposit a check, it needs a few days to clear before you can withdraw those funds from an ATM. But at JP Morgan Chase, some sort of glitch prevented this safeguard, and tons of viral videos hit TikTok of people withdrawing tens of thousands of dollars that they never had by simply depositing a fake check and then withdrawing money right away. I'm no fan of the banking system, but unfortunately, this also constitutes check fraud. A few days later, these people had bank accounts deep in the red and are now being sued by the bank and may face criminal charges. That brings us to the end of Tier 1, and things are going to get a lot crazier from here. But if you like crazy programming stories, a website you'll want to check out is daily.dev, the sponsor of today's video. If you're learning to code or learning a new language or framework, it's the one place you can curate all the latest news, tutorials, videos, and content filtered by the topics you're interested in. When you join a squad, it'll create a personalized newsfeed on that topic, but more importantly, connect you to a community of like-minded developers, where we can all suffer together. And these aren't bots, but real people of all skill levels who can help you build your network in the tech industry. And did I mention it's all entirely free, so check it out with my invite link at daily.dev/fireship. But now it's time to dive below the surface into Tier 2, starting with the AT&T long-distance crash of 1990. The cell phones were hardly a thing back then, and if you wanted to communicate with someone outside of your village, you'd have to pay for a long-distance network. After a software update, a single faulty line of code caused a network switch to crash and automatically reboot. One failed switch is no big deal, but when it would reboot, it would cause neighboring switches to fail as well, resulting in a cascade of failures that took out the entire network. The bug was a C program that included a break statement within an if clause within a switch clause. When a second message was received while the switch was still processing the first, the program dropped out of the if clause prematurely and overwrote crucial data, causing that switch to reset. And this created a domino effect that blocked 50 million calls.
Stop! Before this video begins, let me tell you about a great sponsor, NordVPN. You're browsing the internet unprotected. I can see what you're doing, you know that, right? I can see everything. It's okay, I'm not judging. Because with NordVPN, there's a strict no logs policy. For those of you who don't know, a NordVPN helps you browse internet securely, safely, and freely. If you're not using a VPN, your ISP, internet service provider, can see exactly what you're doing online. Sorry to say incognito mode doesn't actually incognito mode, you know what I mean? If you're browsing on a public Wi-Fi, it's very easy for people to snoop up your passwords and personal information. NordVPN covers you from that. And what I really like NordVPN for is not just feeling so safe and secure, but also it bypasses any region block. You can connect all across the world with simple click of a button. It only takes a few seconds and bam, I'm in Japan, baby. I can watch anime now. It only costs a few bucks a month. And if you use the link in the description, you get an even better discount. So make sure you use it. It's nordvpn.com/pewdiepie. If you use the offer, you get a huge discount and an additional 4 month for free. So sign up. I highly recommend it. Take control of your internet experience today with NordVPN. That's nordvpn.com/pewdiepie. You're welcome. Also, it's literally risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Try it out. If it's not for you, money back, baby. Now let's get into the video. Ken.
Felix.
If you had $1 million, what would you buy?
Sure. What would I buy? God dang. I would buy some real estate and invest it because I'm an adult.
Nothing, because you live in Australia and you can't afford it.
That's true. That's true. It doesn't get me anything.
What does $1 million buy around the world?
Well, speaking of that, I can tell you exactly what it gets you in Australia. In Sydney, where I am right now, you get like a shack down by under the bridge with the homeless people.
You're a millionaire. Congratulations. Oh wait, you're in Australia. Never mind. It's so fucking sad. It's the same with UK. I want to show you where you can buy it, but I'm sure they're gonna show us too. I'm really curious about this.
Very own $1 million check. The only condition is that you can only use it to buy a house. You can choose to
Okay, fair enough. That's what I want to know anyway. Yeah.
Live anywhere in the world. Europe, Asia, Australia, the Americas, heck, even a private...
The Americas? Are you plural now?
Americas. Yeah, there's multiple. The United States, you know.
Of Americas. Oh, right. There's many. Yes, of course. Sorry.
Island in the Caribbean. You can finally settle down in the environment you've always dreamed of. Be that a modern...
See, this is also another lie that I was fed. All right? I'm like, oh, cool. I can work from anywhere. I have income. Where do I want to live? Yeah, that's right. Japan. Wait, never mind. You can.
Oh, no. You can't.
Hey, you can. It's a lie. You can't just go anywhere. It's been 2 years.
You gotta have internet too, so you have to live somewhere that's more expensive. Period.
Right.
Yeah.
This video pisses me off. Rich people problem.
20 seconds into it.
Yeah, I'm pissed off.
Waterfront views or a penthouse apartment in a New York or Dubai skyscraper. As you'll quickly discover, $1 million can go a mighty long way. Or in some particularly affluent areas, it'll barely
Come on, get into it.
Need some help deciding where to move? Let's take a look at what 7 figures will buy us across every corner of the globe.
That's another thing that pisses me off when people say 7 figures. Bitch, just say $1 million. Yeah.
I had to math out. I was like 7 figures. That's like $700,000.
Nice.
Kicking off our journey around the world is the city that never sleeps, a place home to over 8 million people, the bustling metropolis that is New York City.
Why would anyone ever live in that hellhole? I will never understand. First time I came to New York, there was garbage on the streets. I never heard so much noise. Homeless people everywhere. It just seems like, wait, people want to live here? Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean not the homeless people, all the millionaires that can't afford to live here. Yeah. Those guys. Because it's going to be so expensive. They're going to be like, it's $700,000 to get you in New York. And it's like a bedroom.
Yeah.
And like a mat.
Also for
not even a bed.
Yeah, that's insane. Also for the record, with homeless people, I mean like the dystopian atmosphere. It's just so clear.
Oh.
I
don't know. Everyone interprets everything I say in different ways.
Expensive I get it. But on its infamous central island, the skyscraper-tastic borough of Manhattan, the prices get even higher and the apartments get even smaller. The median price for a one-bedroom apartment here is almost $1 million. So that
the medium is $1 million. Damn. Oh, nice.
It's exactly what we can expect to buy.
But you have quick access to like a Starbucks, so that's cool, right? You just gotta wait for the elevator to go down 50 floors, and then you're right there. It's amazing.
You can hop on the subway and go to work. You know, it's great.
You just gotta cram yourself in with all the other people that don't want to be there. It's awesome.
Choose from a one-bedroom, 640 square foot apartment in the West Village that comes with a private terrace and gym in the building. Or go for this one, another one-bedroom straddling Murray Hill in Midtown. It's a 2-story open.
Wow, that looks wonderful. Exposed brick wall, you know, that's lovely, isn't it?
Oh, that's So rustic.
So rustic.
AKA it's also cheap because they don't have to put anything over it.
Look at this kitchen that can cram into a closet, basically.
5 cabinets, nice.
Nice.
There's above it, so you can cool down your pizza that you have to put in the microwave, your Totino's pizza.
You don't even have space for a microwave in this kitchen.
I like the microwave.
Yeah. Oh, they added more space outside the kitchen so that. Yeah.
It's so smart. It's so smart. Oh, that's so set up.
Two-story open floor plan on the top floor.
Open floor plan because we don't have space to add any room.
Because it's just one room.
and it's a mezzanine too, right? Look at it.
Offering impressive views of the skyline.
What is that fence?
Wow. Somebody's gonna fall off of that. Somebody's gonna fall to their death.
That fence looks like
2 friends over.
Yeah.
There's not enough room. One friend's gonna push you, gonna fall out of your apartment and die.
Great.
It even includes a dishwasher and a wash.
Wow! A dishwasher! Wow! If you're a millionaire, you can get a dishwasher too! Holy moly! Oh, look at that modern dishwasher kit or washing machine.
That's nice. Got the painter's tape and everything around here. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's how you know it's fresh.
Machine, which might not sound crazy, but
Ooh, look at that sweet leather couch. Let's.
It's not included. You gotta. It's not furnished. This is.
Damn it! I have to pay furniture.
Rare for apartments like this that were built in the 1920s. Still, beware. There's
the 1920s.
You can still hear the ghosts rattling down the hallways of the dead people from the Great Depression.
100-year-old building. That sure there has no underlying issues in those. Please spend $1 billion.
No elevator, so you'll be getting a daily workout. It's actually not as small as most.
Wait, that's the peasant quarters. We have those in UK everywhere. We were like, wait, why is there another staircase here? And like, oh, that's where all the like no
peasants.
Yeah, and no one uses it. Everyone just uses it for storage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that because I went and visited. I was like, why is all this stuff like out here by these stairs?
Yeah.
Is someone gonna fall down these? Like, no, nobody ever uses them.
Oh man.
I was like, how did they get to their apartments? They use the other stairs.
And these motherfuckers put passive-aggressive notes on my Christmas tree saying it's blocking the stairway. Literally, just walk around it. And they said that we're gonna charge me. They put a note saying that we're gonna charge you to dispose of this. You fucking bitch. How dare you? I'm so pissed off, Cam. I've never been this angry. How
so
dare you?
Properties, peasant staircases, and Christmas trees.
Let me put my fucking Christmas tree where I don't have space because modern day dystopia has no storage. Where am I supposed to put it? In the peasant staircase. Oh, I'm not allowed because you can't maneuver your way around it? So sorry about that.
So you'll be
The
getting
peasants are angry.
Yeah, maybe the ghosts put them up. It's just unbelievable.
The peasant goes, how am I supposed to serve my liege?
We have this area that no one uses, but I'm not allowed to store anything in it, except everyone else does it as well. Unbelievable.
It's actually not as small as most people would expect, but as we hop.
But it's a fire hazard thing.
Who hurt you today? You're so mad.
Sorry, I need to get over it. My bad.
Oh, that was good.
Then we really start to feel the squeeze. The City of Lights is renowned for its food, its architecture, and its bubbling culture.
So people have this romantic view of Paris based on movies and media, but then they come and visit it and they find that their idea of Paris isn't what they thought.
Right. I actually have a relative that I was talking to just a few nights ago that was talking about they went to Paris and it's like, oh, it's been so romantic and we did all the things. We like did the lock on the bridge and all this stuff. And it was just kind of and we'll never go back. So it's all coming full circle now. I like it.
Yeah, and it's based on the Japanese. Paris Shokogun. Thank you. Yeah, because so many Japanese people come and it's such a culture shock for them.
There's like, there's dog poop everywhere in the rats.
It's kind of sad. I don't know. It is a pretty city. I mean, I don't want to completely Paris, but
considering the average cost per
they have some issues.
Over $1,300, with $1 million on hand in the French capital, you'll be able to sign the deed to, well, a studio apartment. But don't forget, you're in Paris. You'll be spending your time walking down the Seine, visiting museums, and watching the world go by from a street-side cafe. This tiny 666...
wallpaper though, dude. What is that? The kitchen and living? What is it?
This is your whole room. It's 600 square feet. You pretty much get a room. What is wrong with the piece of wood on the wall up there? Do you see it's painted white above the window? It's supposed to be some kind of support, but it looks like it's about to fall apart.
Oh, that's
the one
they
above it.
painted the beams. Those are the beams. Yeah, the wooden beams. They look for.
Somebody's been chewing on this, dude.
Those are some old ass beams, dude. Yeah, damn. Why would they paint them white? They look better exposed.
I don't know. Well, maybe not those. Those look pretty rough.
Maybe that's why they painted them. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that's common. If you go in the market in UK, and I'll show you later, they all have these exposed beams because it's a sense of luxury now for some reason, but it's really not. In my
crappy stuff is luxury now. It's so weird. Like, let me get my rustic barn door feature wall or whatever that is. It's like a burnt piece of crap. It's like, great, yeah. And I paid $100,000 for it.
What a tasteless mess this is, like from the lamp to the couch to this. I don't know what. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you want to sit on the couch? Here you go.
Apartment sits in the 7th arrondissement within walking distance of the Eiffel.
Like so gorgeous on the outside, but then this is what you get. Hello, you're welcome. Cool, thanks.
Heck yeah, get some blimp wallpaper.
Oh, nice. You were right. It is one room.
Yeah, one room. It's like on the very top. Look at it's angled too.
Hey, penthouse. It's the penthouse, Ken. Look at this shit.
Step on the other side of the bed and hit your head. Boop. Ow.
Yeah, you can't stand up straight in this.
Open plan living space makes it feel a little bigger. For a squiz over $1 million, what you're really paying for here is the location. From a chic city full of history and charm to a rapidly evolving desert oasis, let's jet on over to Dubai.
I think the underlying anger is just against boomers because they are the ones who did this. They are the ones that fucked us with the house market.
That guy that bought that house, that place in New York in the 1920s has been charging people $1 million for over 100 years.
It makes me so mad. Dubai is actually reasonably priced. I think you can
what
get.
The real estate agents have in store in a region synonymous with luxury. With $1 million check, you could find yourself living in the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa, where a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom stylish apartment covering some 1,800 square feet is ready to be swept up. Check out those views. At a comparably cheap $353 per square foot, the dollars stretch a lot further in the UAE.
Yeah, there you go. Huh. The problem is, Ken, it's all blood money, right? Haven't you heard all the stories that they get immigrants to come and build, and they take their passports and they force them to work under these insane conditions? And
like I may live in Australia now, but I'm from America, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm just saying, Dubai. There's something not so pretty underneath the facade, I guess you could say.
How do you feel about like living in cities?
I hate it. No, London.
Me too.
London is the worst place on the planet. I can't wait for London to show up because it's the worst.
Yeah, it's like I get if you like have a job like in the city and like in a.
Yeah, it's if you don't have a choice.
Yeah, then you go live in the city and you want to pay that extra money for that view, sure, go for it. But if you're like us and you work on the internet, you go live wherever not wherever you want because you can't go to Japan.
Thank you. But now it's like they realized with the pandemic, right? That you can actually work from home. That actually works. Oh, so we don't need these office spaces in the cramped up cities. And so that's not a necessity. Oh, cool. It's almost like we just set all this up that is horrible and for no reason.
So for real estate prices to go up because everyone is in high demand.
Right.
We got the new baby. I got 3 kids now, right? I don't even want to like raise my kids in like a city because I'm like, well, what's the point? Like, why?
No. Awful. Cities is fun when you're a kid, though. I used to live.
It's good to go visit. Like, it's good to go. Oh, let me go visit this place. Let me go visit New York and see it, but I don't want to live in it.
Well, that's going to be the case in the future. Look at all the big cities. All tourism cities are just going to be like Airbnbs.
right?
Yeah.
No one's gonna actually live in the cities because it's too
They're all investment
expensive.
properties.
Right.
Yeah.
It's already
$1
happening.
million for 600 square feet. God dang! What did the person that bought that 10 years ago is raking in the money?
Anyway.
Willing to live a little further inland, then that same bag of cash could buy you an enormous 3,566 square foot family home, which boasts a pool and a beautiful front garden.
Well, it seems pretty obvious what you would pick, right? You want to live in a giant tower? No thanks.
Toronto, folks, home of the most expensive property in all of North America.
Toronto, hey? I didn't realize how expensive Canada was.
Me either.
It's insane.
About to learn.
All right, here you go.
With a
Toronto is
citywide
crazy
square
expensive.
Footage average of $804. This Ontarian city edges out Los Angeles and Rome in its terms of price.
Right.
If you're hoping of living amidst the hustle and bustle of the downtown area, look out, because your cash will be swept away in no time. Believe it or not, this tiny home, let's be honest.
No. Isn't it sad?
It is.
It's so sad.
At least they left the water bottle out for you, you know.
Nice.
You get something. Your fence is broke though.
I just love the idea. Like, you're a millionaire. Congratulations. What are you gonna do?
This is the place in Sydney I was telling you about. This is the same place.
Looks a little more than a shack or tool shed. Was listed for $1 million. The blueprint shows.
It's like, besides all odds of the system, you made it. You're right.
You did it. You're
You did it. That's insane. You're the 1% of people.
2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, with the property notably located smack bang in the middle of Little Italy. Of course, if you were going to buy this place, the value comes from the land on which it sits, not necessarily the house itself.
Yeah, right, you don't say.
Down under. Australia.
Oh, here we go. Let's go.
It's long been obsessed with property, and the continually rising prices
That's
in
cool,
major
Billy.
cities prove it. The vibrant city of Melbourne is famous for its arts, culture, and coffee, but it's also...
That's what you're paying for, Ken. The coffee.
On the wall and some coffee.
Unfortunately famous for its wallet-draining real estate.
Oh, look at that lovely art, Ken. Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad?
I can't wait to be there, man.
$1.75 million, just shy of $1 million American, you could sweep up this spacious 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in the affluent suburb
that
of
looks not.
Caulfield.
That looks kind of cool, though.
Front and backyard sits conveniently a 1-minute stroll from the tram stop, and just a quick 10-minute drive to the sandy shores of St. Kilda Beach. Keep in mind, however, that in Melbourne, and in fact most populated cities, costs can vary substantially. The median Melbourne house price of $881,000 could get you a tiny flat next to the ocean.
At least this is like the only one that had like nice interior decorating.
Yeah. I like what he's saying right here. I don't know if you're picking up on this, but he's talking about the insanity of the Australian real estate market. He's like, $800,000 can get you this small apartment, or it can get you a whole goddamn house, because nobody knows the value of anything in Australia. They're just like, I don't know.
Oh, it's so fluctuating.
You're like, yo, bruh, you want a 1%, interest loan? Sure, take it. Go buy whatever. It's nuts, dude.
Damn.
I've been looking at houses since I got here, and it's just insane.
Huh.
It's so crazy.
Or a 5-bedroom mansion in rural outskirts.
Yeah, there you go.
As we spin the globe once more, 9,600 miles northwest of the Victorian capital is our next destination, Destin Point, near Pensacola, Florida.
Oh, okay. So we're done with Australia.
Shoot, we're about to get this mansion for $1 million right here.
So Florida is cheap, eh?
I think anywhere in America outside of like major cities is cheap.
Why is that?
I don't know.
How can it? How? Like, how can it be that? I understand like the land, but even then, like the price of construction seems to also fluctuate so much.
Everything in this world that has a price on it, the value is its the valuation. The value is what people will pay for it, and people keep paying these prices, so that's the price.
Wow.
And
well, there you go.
Nowhere.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Out in the middle of nowhere, someone's like, "Hey, I'm selling my house for $1 million," and they're like, "No, I'll go next door."
Right.
buy a different one. It's
yeah.
But in the cities, I guess you just got more people that want to move to LA and live the LA dream and go live in Culver City or whatever and be miserable.
Average price per square foot around here is $215, almost 5 times cheaper than New York.
Damn.
With cash in hand, you'll be able to snap up a truly stunning beachfront retreat. Picture this, 1,850 square feet of...
See, this is what I expect for $1 million, Ken. Right? This is what I've been told.
Living space, 3 bedrooms, and 3 bathrooms, all renovated, and unbeatable views of...
Yeah. You can get great views. It's not like you live in the desert. Right?
You go boat and go right around. Yeah. As part of the gated community, you'll also have access to 2 hot tub.
2 swimming pools?
What's the drawback? It's a little further out from major cities.
Is that a drawback? I'm moving to Florida.
I have to commute? Oh no.
Why would I want to go to a city? Oh God. I'm moving to Florida, Ken. Japan.
Gotta move back. I gotta go. I'll go to Florida. Florida's where you go to retire in America. That's where all the old people go.
Yeah, well, they figured it out, didn't they? God damn.
Yeah. Hold on to your wallets because our next city is most expensive as they come. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the most exorbitant...
What would that be?
Not only in Europe, but nestled on the French Riviera, sporting a reputation for high-rolling luxury. This, of course, is Monte Carlo. On a broad...
Is that in
Monte Carlo, where the rich kids go to flex. Yeah.
Is that just...
Principality of Monaco.
Oh, okay. Because they don't have any taxes, right?
For scale, Monaco is the most expensive prime residential market, and none of its regions comes with prices as sky high as the infamous Monte Carlo. At $4,924 per square foot, what can we expect for $1 million? Not much.
Yeah, I remember I looked into this. For no reason, of course.
Yeah, no. Doesn't do with taxes. Yeah, I got you.
You'll get a teeny tiny 377 square foot studio with barely half a kitchen.
But then again, Switzerland, you know, I don't have taxes either, and it's not like that's crazy expensive, but I guess it's such a small area.
Something about living near water just drives people crazy.
Huh.
I can see the ocean in my
Which is a lie.
Ruined by the salt water.
As someone who's lived by the ocean for 10 years now, or in 8 years, don't do it. Don't do it. It ain't worth it. It's dumb. You get all the weather too.
I can take a 15-minute walk down the road and go to the beach, you know, and
that's
better. It's cool that I can do that, but I've done that a handful of times.
Right.
The months that I've been here, so
it ain't happening, and it ain't gonna get more. Let me tell you that.
But you'll be spending all your time on your yacht anyway, right? For that kind of money, we could live like royalty in a place like Arizona. The cactus-filled state.
Arizona.
Ooh, back to America.
Yo, let's go to Arizona and be kings, King. Speaking of taxes, all my tax people are like, "Don't touch America. They're crazy. They will suck you up." I'm like,
they are pretty greedy.
It is quickly gaining steam as a retiree's dream destination. Why? Because with $1 million, you can live in a truly astonishing mountain estate, just like this one, situated outside.
So you are literally in the desert on this one. Okay, interesting.
Tucson, this
Dude, I like this. What they're saying here.
What?
Like, there's a lesson to be learned. You know, speaking of Florida and here, the retirees, you just got to figure out where all the old people are moving. And that's probably the best spot to live because they're just going to enjoy the rest of their life, right?
Yeah, and the market is always moving because, you know.
Boomers, yeah.
They're
60 square foot mansion boasts sweeping views of the rugged desert landscape with barely a neighbor in sight. It features floor-to-ceiling windows, a decked-out games room, and an expansive patio. Better yet, it also comes with a 237 square foot guest house. Basically,
I'm not sold on Arizona. I ain't moving to Arizona. I don't care how cheap it is. Sorry, Arizonians.
Ain't nobody got no internet out here.
the same size as the one we just saw in Monte Carlo. The median list price per square foot in Tucson is $125, one of the most affordable we've seen so far.
Yeah, but you're in the desert, though. What do you do? Right. What do you do there? What do you do here?
The sun and roast, I guess.
Right, it looks.
What happens? You go on walks.
You go on walks, yeah.
Twist your ankle and perish because there's a hospital, 300 miles away from you, maybe.
Get bitten by a snake.
In the crowded city of Hong Kong, real estate prices continue to soar. For just under our budget, we can grab this cozy 708 square foot
Hong Kong is nuts.
Discovery Bay area. The floor plan features 3 small bedrooms, but hey, 3 is better than 1, right? Plus 2 bathrooms and a wonderful oceanfront view. On average, square footage in Hong Kong is $3,024. Yikes. That puts this Asian administrative region on the map as one of the priciest places to live. But with such booming cultural, business, and entertainment scenes, you won't be spending much time at home anyway. Let's look for something a little roomier, shall we? Straddling the border between Asia and Europe is none other than, any guesses? Yep, Istanbul.
What? No, I would not have guessed that. kind of want
like Estonia or something.
Yeah, I kind of want Japan to show up, but I don't think it will.
Cultural melting pot. This enormous city actually isn't too expensive property-wise. Picture yourself living here in this captivating 5-bedroom villa which overlooks the sea. It sits in the highly...
Damn, that looks pretty.
Yeah,
maybe
that water, man.
Maybe I should move to Istanbul. Is that cheap?
sought-after area of Beylikdüzü includes a private pool and direct access to a beach and rests over 8,600 square feet of land. While the interior is spacious and full of amenities, the selling point is clearly that amazing backyard. This house...
That's a backyard. What do you mean? What are you on about?
You bought this big house just so you could have a backyard.
Yeah, nice.
Clearly that amazing backyard. This house technically costs
that looks awesome.
$5 million, but if we put our negotiation skills to the test, hopefully we can squeeze it into our budget. Overall, Istanbul is as cheap as chips.
I feel like if I go to Istanbul, I'll be kidnapped or something, though.
Dude, I hate it whenever like a real estate agent's like, "Oh, look at this spacious backyard." I'm like, "Please, I'm not buying this house for the backyard. I mean, that's a plus." Come on.
You don't like a backyard? You're not a backyard man?
I do like it, but they try to sell you on the features of the backyard. Like, oh, look at this. It's got a garden here. It's got a swing, and I'm like, this stuff costs like nothing in comparison to the house.
I hate realtors.
You know?
They're worse than car salesmen. I hope they all nothing, but you know what I mean.
I hope they all stop taking 6% off my house sales. Minimum.
They always try and sell you on stuff that doesn't exist. Like, oh, look at this backyard. Can you imagine what you can do with here? You could put a jacuzzi there. You could put a pool here. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I know that. I don't need you to tell me that, you idiot.
I hate it when they give you the rushed feeling of like, oh, you better put an offer in or it's gonna be gone. I know. If I want it, I will. Leave me alone. I'm an adult.
I can make my own decisions. Thank you very much.
Chill out.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Adult problems, bro.
Or they try and take over everything. So you're looking for a house? Well, we should sit down and have a meeting.
I'll start recommending you houses and you just hate all of them.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm the one that's gonna sell you this. I can Google, okay? I don't need you.
Well, if I find you a house and it's one that I also represent the seller, then I can.
Yeah, they're leeches.
Whatever it's called.
Bro, I don't need you. God damn it.
$115 per square foot. As we jet set over to Indonesia, they don't call Bali the island of paradise for no reason. On this
Bali has to be cheap, right?
A dollar goes a long way.
Yeah.
Simplistic luxury, easy to come by. Estates typically sell for around $269 per square foot. Take this modern place, for example. With 7 figures at our disposal, we could set up shop in this open and bright 3-bedroom villa. A lot of Balinese properties have small private pools, and this spot is no
Damn. All right, maybe Bali. I mean, I've been there. It was gorgeous. You can surf. It's got amazing.
Ooh, do you know how to surf?
No, I don't. But this is the dream. I want to surf. Okay, that's my $1 million dream. You got to do it.
Surf. We can learn how to surf together because
hell
it's
yeah.
embarrassing being an old man out there trying to surf with all the kids.
Yeah.
Home is found right here, about 900 feet from the famous Congo Beach. Unlike most new home purchases around the world, this one even comes fully furnished, allowing you to save a few bucks on furniture and spend a little more at one of the hundreds of delicious restaurants in the area. Indonesia and Southeast Asia in general.
Damn, Bali's lit. I will say that.
Yeah, well, that's pretty. It's probably places like that are probably where I'll be taking vacation because that's the only thing close to Australia I can go to. That New Zealand.
Yeah, I recommend it. All right, Ken. All right, welcome to England. You become a millionaire. Here's what you get. Incredible.
Oh wow, look at that
Wow.
space. Oh, so spacious. Oh
Wow,
wow.
look at that lovely floor and the wall and the ceiling. And my God,
All
wow.
those cords they got stuffed in that drawer.
This is incredible. $1 million. You're living like a king.
That used to be a fireplace right there. Like
Yeah.
a rock stuck in it. What is that?
Yeah, there used to be a fireplace, but it cost too much to fix it, so now it's a rock. So what? All right. You love this?
nice blue
This is as nice as it's ever gonna look, right? Because this is the
okay.
photos used to sell it.
Look, back there in the background, are those cords by the door back there on the ground?
Yeah, that's cords are hiding behind the radiator. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that
yellow
kitchen. Oh, it comes with a dishwasher, Ken. $1 million.
utility room kitchen.
Look
Yeah,
what you're getting. Oh, look at this. You get a bath.
Whoa, and a window so you can open it, I guess.
Oh, wow. And the backyard. I mean, you could put a pool here, Ken.
Yeah.
I'm just shitting on someone's property here. I just realized. But the point is, like, this is what you get for $1 million. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, or you can move to the
Ridiculous.
outskirts of the city and have to do like a, if you work, maybe like a little bit of a.
No. This is the problem with the UK. You go outside. Here, I'll be unbiased. I'll pick somewhere outside and see. This is what you get outside. Wow, it's so lovely inside. Look at this carpet here and the wow. This is incredible. Look at that kitchen. It's so nice.
Look at that cat.
I know you get the cat
Why
maybe
trash
too.
can right there? Why they got the trash can just right there?
Yeah,
That's
no,
the island.
yeah, but they do that. They don't build them in always, so you have to have an exposed trash can. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, but it's just
Wow! Oh wow!
Fireplace. Look, it's not turned into a rock.
It's all
But you get a backyard, I guess.
It's all.
get property.
Oh wow! Look at the hot tub. It's
All the stuff. There's just stuff everywhere, man.
wait! It's a carpeted bathroom.
Oh no.
It's a carpeted bathroom. Why would you do that?
This room smells great. Why does it smell like mildew in here?
Well, we gotta stop this video. All right, thanks for watching. I could do it in fucking 24-hour video on this shit. It pisses me off, man. But there you go. Check out Ken and subscribe to me for more rich people problems that I will complain about. Bye. Stop! Before this video begins, let me tell you about a great sponsor, NordVPN. You're browsing the Mon Games son like me and Marcy.
You have a big closet?
No. Because I'm an epic minimalist.
Stop! Home.
How do we
every
know
year?
this? How do we know this? How do they know this?
How do they know that? They like spy through the window. Oh yeah, she's asking for that dog again, like she does every year. What happens to the dog after she gets it? She gets a new one over and over again.
I guess so.
Cannot miss any item on that list because if you screw that up, that's years and years of hearing about it. And then probably therapy. Suri even has a team of
What?
seamstresses responsible for sewing a line of custom dresses designed by Mommy Katie. Her wardrobe is known to be worth over $3 million and includes brands like Dolce & Gabbana, Chloe, Gucci, and Juicy Couture. She's been seen several times in what is known to be one of the most expensive toy shops in the world, FAO Schwartz, and recently...
Nice. FAA Schwartz. Got it.
So many names. FAA Schwartz?
Hell yeah.
What kind of toys they sell?
Just because you get a bunch of expensive stuff doesn't mean you should spoil their rich family, right?
Well, they just got more money than they know what to do with, so why not spend it on their babies? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Staying in Cinderella's Castle Suite in Disney World, which was originally built for Walt Disney's family and is usually only reserved for special events. Apparently,
wow.
the cost of staying there is priceless, but somehow...
Priceless? Come on, it's Tom Cruise.
There's no price for Tom Cruise. I figured that was actually kind of a disappointing experience for her. You're staying in the castle, and she's like, "Oh, just like the movies." And she gets there, and she's like, "Oh God, ancient couch here and a rug."
But
Nice.
Tom Cruise can't go to Disneyland, so it's kind of sad. Like you have this kid, and you go to Disneyland, and
Oh, I'm sure they go.
Daddy
They
can't
go when
come.
the place is like shut. They shut down the park, you know.
Do they?
I don't know. They'd probably go.
For Tom Cruise?
I tell this story a lot. I've never been to Disneyland or World without taking the VIP experience.
Yeah.
You know, I've never had to wait in lines or anything. Have you?
Oh my God, I don't think I have either. What the hell? We are so spoiled, Ken. We're trying
What are we
to
talking
all
about,
these
Sam?
kids. Oh my
Dude,
God.
Every time we'd go, I went with you a couple of times too. Like we would get on a ride, and you know how
Yeah.
they take you in the back way, the exit, and you just skip in front of everyone. You're watching all these kids that are so excited they've been waiting in line.
It's watching the kids get disappointed who's waiting in this line.
They're waiting in line, and then like
Oh my-
our group of 12 people come and hop on it. See you later. We ride it 3 times in a row.
Whoa, that was awesome. Let's go again. Guys, wait up.
They're still waiting. Like, please.
Oh, actually,
God.
once I went without, and it was pretty miserable. Not gonna lie.
Was it?
Yeah, it's not worth it. Poor people.
man.
Poor people. Being poor sucks, kid.
Yeah, I've been spoiled. I can't go normally now. I can't.
No.
I just can't do it.
Anyway, spoiled
Mom and
kids.
Dad found a way. What a lucky girl.
Oh, what an awkward pause. What a lucky girl.
Prince George is the crown jewel of the royal family. With a cute little face like that, it's no wonder he's so spoiled. The little prince even has his own trust fund called Plankbridge, which he'll have access to when he gets older.
Gotta love the trust fund child.
You better enjoy that hair while he's got it.
Hey, oh, hey, oh. Hey, maybe they solve it by then. Who knows?
Yeah, he's gonna get like a what they got what they call it, the implants, where you got like all the dots in your head and everything.
Oh, ew. It's gross. Nah.
Get that. My hairline's getting pretty high.
Dude, stop it. Stop. All right.
He's received thousands of gifts over his lifetime, and he hasn't even reached 5 yet. Last year,
How
he
do they
received
know?
an iPad for Christmas and is asking for a pocket as well.
An iPad for Christmas?
An iPad? Oh my God.
They are so expensive. Come on, they have cheap iPads now. Come on.
It's tablets. Just give them the Amazon Fire for like $80, you know, then break it.
Do you give your kids iPads?
We have the little like weird kid version thing. I don't know. I don't know who makes them or what they are, and you get these games from the shady app store.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They're all free, but yeah, the kids love them. I love them. Layla plays a Switch now, though. I got her on the Switch. She's playing.
That's better. Yeah. Teach her to be a gamer. All right, you figured out the
helicopter
system.
worth up to 100 pounds.
Yeah.
He's a huge fan of airplanes and helicopters. For his second birthday, he received 706 gifts, more than any member of the monarchy, including a toy wombat, an amphibious boat, a possum skin cloak, a personalized surfboard, a bike, and sheepskin boots. On his third birthday, he
got
Uggs. Custom.
It's fine. What? Surfboard? What? A possum? What was that?
What's a possum? There's something in there. What was that thing?
Including a toy wombat.
Oh, a wombat. Why? That's so specific.
An amphibious boat, a possum skin cloak, a
Possum skin cloak. That's it. Yeah.
What the hell?
That's for possums, man.
And sheepskin boots. On his third birthday, he was gifted a custom-made rocking horse from the Obamas and a playhouse.
From the Obamas?
You got me thinking. I brought up watching YouTube Kids, like Raph watching it. We always avoid the ones where it's like a kid, like someone else's kid play with toys. are like the little vlogs
Yeah, those
of
are
the kids.
weird. Those are weird.
They are, and I also think about like the family dynamic of when that becomes like the family's job or that kid's job, and the parents behind there like, yeah, play with the toy and I laugh.
Yeah,
it's kind of it makes I don't know, it's creepy to me.
I criticized those before, and they just acted like such victims about it. Like, oh, I can't believe
Really?
you said that. Yeah, it was really weird. When kids are making more money for the parents than the parents are making themselves, you're gonna put this crazy pressure on the kid to keep performing and wanting to do, even though they may not feel like they want to.
They'll always tell you, it's like, oh, but he's having fun. It's like, the dude's made like 800 videos at this point. Come on, you know, how much fun is this for him still?
Hey. Good point.
Petra and Tamara Ecclestone, daughters of Formula One
They're
racing
not
honcho
children.
Bernie Ecclestone, are known for their lavish, over-the-top.
Oh God, they look like those two.
I don't know, but the eyebrows are strong.
Yeah, those are strong.
I'm jealous of those eyebrows, man.
Here they are. They remind me of these duo.
Oh,
the legends.
Oh, the legend.
The Bogdanovs.
Jesus.
Hell
Lifestyle.
yeah.
You can see Tamara in her new reality TV show, $1 Billion Girl, getting frequent
good.
massages, weekly manicures, expensive hair appointments, luxury spa days for her dogs, 25,000-pound tables at Cannes, which roughly translates to $33,000 US, and a wildly expensive collection of Birkin bags, some of which are valued at 20,000 pounds each. She opts for cellulite removal as opposed to going to the gym out of laziness, and bemoans the fact that people judge her
What?
for her money, saying they see me as pointless and this really spoiled, really stupid, vacuous, empty human being. So many people don't understand who I am and judge me on the fact that my dad has money, which must make me a monster. Petra.
Well, you can do something to prove otherwise. Instead of saying,
Is it because her dad has money, or is it because she's got a TV show called $1 Billion Baby or whatever it was?
yeah, you know, you can only blame so much on other people's perception, right?
Recently purchased a mansion in Beverly Hills worth $85 million US, which was once considered the most expensive home in the US. She spent around 12 million pounds.
Not anymore. The one, what was it, 500 million or
yeah.
whatever that ridiculous
Oh
price
my
was?
God, yeah, Jesus Christ.
God, when everybody started linking the foreclosure on that, oh, so happy. Like, yeah.
Good, happy days.
Took
All right,
place
what
in the
else is
medieval
it?
Italian village of Bracciano, the same place Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes got married. The wedding featured
There again.
performances by the Black Eyed Peas, Andrea Bocelli, and the Philharmonic Orchestra. With lifetime access to their father's $4.8 billion trust fund, these girls are considered some of...
Yeah, he's got 4.8 billion, but can't get a haircut. Jesus Christ.
Well, when you're that rich, you don't even care anymore, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
considered some of the richest young women on the planet.
I never heard of them. That's interesting.
Same. But I mean, I don't really care either. Like, you know, I'm sure if we cared about rich people, we'd know who they are. Like, oh yeah, they're A-listers, baby.
Oh,
MacBook girl. God.
You may have come across the video of
Oh God. Jesus.
Why is she so creepy looking?
I don't know, dude. Look at that face.
The viral gem has racked up over 500,000 views since it's been posted.
I mean, she has 4 MacBooks. That's pretty outrageous.
That's at least $3 billion, according to the.
Yeah. All right.
Probably
let's
due
see
to the
what she's
sheer
all about.
disbelief of how spoiled the girl could be. This little girl, who can't be more than 10 years old, is seen on her bed amongst a sea of MacBooks asking for donations, and it's completely ridiculous.
Donations?
Here's the story. Her mom apparently gave her the wrong phone for her birthday. It was a Samsung S6, and she specifically asked for the Samsung S6 Edge.
I mean, Mom, please.
Okay.
If she asks for the Edge, it shouldn't be that fucking hard, Mom.
I'm just looking at the room behind her. Is it just covered in a sheet? What's going on here?
I don't know. When you get that wrong gift that you were asked for and you have to like fake smile about it, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, thank you.
It's like when you order at a restaurant and they bring you the wrong food and you're like, yes, perfect. This is what I wanted. Thanks.
No. I always make a point to point it out, but I never want them to change it. I just want them to know they fucked up.
You just want them to know.
I always tell them, and then they always like, oh, so sorry, can we get it back? I'm like, no. I'm eating
I'm eating it now.
I'm eating now, but
I don't want to wait.
I need you to know that you did this wrong.
Do they ever like bring back the proper thing and you get like 2 free thing, like, you know, free stuff?
It does happen, yes.
Oh, genius! That's big brain.
Yeah, sure. I just ended up with 2 meals, and I regret ever saying anything. Gotta
How
do what you
could
gotta
she?
do, man.
Upon opening the phone, this little girl got so angry that she smashed one of her 4 MacBooks. She tells her viewers that her family can't afford another MacBook right now because they had to pay for her medical bills when she broke her foot, smashing in her MacBook. She ends the video by closing up all of her MacBooks, explaining how each one is important. One is used for sending messages, one is used for block.
It's really nice to have a video explained to you. Come on, dude. What the fuck is this?
This is not, that's not even real. This is like a.
This
is like
is some. Yeah, this is some
This is some
dumb.
skit,
I'm not
yeah.
buying. I'm not buying it.
Thanks for watching, and please donate to me.
That's such an internet hate bait, like Mikado Avocado or some shit.
Hate me. Gotta get it. Hate me.
Yeah, don't click on my videos.
Chase
please.
McKenna is a master manipulator. She became known as the most spoiled child in the country after it was revealed that she can convince her parents to buy her anything she wanted despite them not having the means to do so. She demands things like Ralph.
That's the worst kind of child.
She's the most spoiled, or her parents are the dumbest parents.
Hey. Oh. But it's so weird, like, parents literally can't afford, but they're still spoiling their child. That I don't get. Like, Kate Holmes' fucking child having a house? Sure, I mean...
Yeah, they got all the money they could ever want. Why not?
Yeah, why not make it...
Like, oh, darling, we can barely put food up. They're over here like... What is the Christmas Story with Scrooge McDuck over there, and Mickey Mouse is cutting the piece of bread into like a see-through thing. Here you go, Tiny Tim.
iPhone.
Okay, well here you go, honey. I can't say no to you because you'll throw a tantrum, and I can't handle that.
This is not the iPad Pro. This is the dumb version.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
You're gonna have to buy me 5 MacBooks now.
Okay, 5 MacBooks. Oh god.
Dad.
Nah. He'll be on Dr. Phil soon enough.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's wrong with my daughter, and he's gonna be like, "Well, you're enabling her because you're the one buying this crap for her, you dumbass."
Oh, yeah, Dr. Phil has the easiest job. There's no, like, actual psychology involved. It's literally like, what the fuck? You're the problem.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what
and
are you
everyone in
doing?
the crowd's like, "Yes, you said what we're all thinking. Thank you, Dr.
That's so true.
She doesn't do Primark and claims that 8 times out of 10 she always gets what she wants. All she has to do is give her daddy the face. She managed to squeeze a pony, a quad bike, and countless designer outfits.
Quad bike? What the fuck? Squeeze in a quad bike.
She gives her dad the face? Is that the face that she gives him right there? Ugh.
Oh,
horrifying.
God. Poor
no
daddy.
wonder.
For parents. Meanwhile, her mom and dad can't even afford to keep...
How do you... Yeah, there you go. Literally what you were saying.
They're buying produce. You know, if you've ever been to college in America, you'd already know how to survive off nothing. You get those little
True
25-cent rice packs in there.
Oh,
yeah,
hell yeah.
You're ready to go.
How do kids get so manipulative?
They watch YouTubers, man.
But, like, would you fall for that if your kid came up and gave you the face? Like,
no.
No, right?
No.
How do you not know how to say no to your child?
Have to give my kid... Just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Like, no. What do you mean? Yeah, it's just it's YouTube's fault, man. It's YouTube. You know, the master manipulators.
Yeah.
They're always the ones that have the youngest audience.
They see all the spoiled kids getting all this stuff, right? Hey, look, you get to review this.
They're all flexing and getting rewarded for it. They're like, I want that. Mom!
That's the root cause.
And are way
No one was
behind on their
spoiled before
utility
Roblox.
bills. Chase's pony eats better than they do. It's a shame. She's got her poor...
What? A pony? Got a freaking...
That's a chunky boy, man.
That's a chunky horse right there. That's a champion. Are these like pins all stuck in the side of the horse's face, or they stick them on there? Oh, that's on the bridle. Okay.
Yeah, that is an odd location. I will say that.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask YouTube for another million reward or whatever, and just slap it on my forehead. Yeah, look, I'm the best.
Bro, I told you, right? There's a PewDiePie horse.
Yeah, you told me about the PewDiePie horse that like never wins races ever.
How do I bet on this horse? I need Granddaddy's Viking Kronos. I need to bet on this horse. Look, he got last place. I'll just bet that he comes last.
Yeah.
But bro, he hasn't done anything in so long. I'm like, what did they do to him? Look, last again. What did they do to the horse? He doesn't race anymore. He just kept coming last. It's like Sandra's little helper in Simpsons. You came last for the last time.
Or maybe I just need that one horse that one horse that always loses to make the other horse look good. Yeah. Well, this one's name's Hannibal Face. What is that?
They're all like goofy names. Apparently, no one cares about the horses. They're like, fuck PewDiePie. We'll name them that.
What a loser. You can last all the time.
If someone knows how to bet on horses in Sweden, let me know how to bet on PewDiePie.
Buy that horse? You go buy him and...
I guess I'll have to at this
She's got her poor parents, Kelly and Ellen, wrapped around her finger. You can see her manipulation techniques in the documentary The 12-Year-Old Shopaholic and Other Big Spending Kids. You'll see, she's got the face of an angel, but behind those eyes...
Really? I don't want to call a child, but nah.
What did she call the people to get on a television show?
Yeah, she hooked that up with her agent.
Her parents didn't do it? Oh my god.
No.
I don't believe it. I think it's fake.
Nah, it's fake.
Insta-famous daughter of billionaires, Julia Stakiva is known to be one of the richest young women in the world. She received her first Louis Vuitton handbag at the age of 9 and has a wardrobe valued at 1.5 million pounds. It wasn't until she went to university did she find out that not everyone can afford designer bags. When Instagram first started to become popular, Julia jumped on the trend. She managed to attract thousands of followers without even trying, claiming that it was easy to do when you show people how rich you are. She's received a lot of...
I mean, she's not wrong.
Is this her showing how rich she is? She's dancing, and this dude's back here in the background,
Guys,
like fishing out something. She looks somewhere between the age of like 17 and
18 and 70. Yeah, you're right.
Which one?
You're
Somewhere
totally
in there.
right. You're totally right. What the I love that you can become famous now just by being rich because it's Instagram. And it's like...
You got what people want. Like, oh my god, look how rich you are. I will follow you so that I can live through you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh god.
To do when you show people how rich you are. She's
What's that
received a
dude
lot
doing
of
back
flack
there?
for being spoiled, but Julia doesn't care.
dropped
She'd rather
his
be hated on than
ball.
not talked about at all. For the past few years, she's been impressing her fans with photos of her over-the-top life.
Yeah, impressing them. Wow, that's so cool. You're spending your dad's money. I'm so impressed. What?
Wow.
And when we say over the top, we really mean it. Julia sees no problem in flying to Russia just for a haircut. Her salon will apparently close down.
Why would you fly to Russia to get a haircut? My kids will be the least spoiled kids on the planet. They'd be like, Dad, can I get PewDiePie keyboard? I don't know what the f they would, what would they
They're
want.
gonna be like, Dad, can I have some food? And you're like, here's your dry dog food or whatever it is you want to feed.
Spoiled, get the dog food. You poop strong, poop.
Poop strong. You be Viking. Ooh. Fight Norway.
But Dad, you have so much money. Can we buy real food?
You need to make me change. They'll go through the like Spartan regiment training.
Oh, you're gonna kick them out of the house when they're like 6 and have them.
Yeah, they have to
show back
survive
up.
in the woods to prove their worth first.
Meanwhile, Maya's over there eating her dog food.
Oh yeah, she's gonna. Yeah, we give Maya chicken. I cut them up in tiny pieces.
Oh yeah,
so she doesn't have to chew it too much.
I'd call her spoiled, but the poor thing, she needs it.
See, the way we treat Maya, I'm really worried that if I have kids, I would spoil her because Maya is like beyond spoiled. But she is really
she's such
old
a cute
too.
dog.
Yeah,
she's so old, so cute. And when you like pet her, she's like she's the softest dog in the world. She's so soft.
She is. Thank you.
And you squeeze her too hard, and she farts, and it's hilarious.
Edgar, he gets treated like trash because he is trash.
You can make him sit through your. You gotta show him how the universe works, and he's just like, okay.
You're the second sibling, all right? You get the shit.
Just for her and a few friends and provide food, champagne, and music for the evening, all in celebration of Julia's haircut. But hair isn't the only thing this big spender splurges on.
Celebration of her haircut. Cool. That means you have a lot of achievement in your life if you have to celebrate getting a fucking haircut.
You did it. Please fly back and spend a lot of money. I'll get your haircut here.
That is something I noticed rich people do. They celebrate way more than poor people.
And it's like the weirdest stuff too.
Yeah.
Like just normal stuff that happens. Oh wow, yay, celebrate, party, hooray, confetti.
Yeah. What's up with that?
I don't know.
I always get asked like if something happened to me and they're like, oh, you're gonna celebrate, right? I'm like, no, what the fuck? I don't know. Why would I do that? You're gonna open champagne tonight. I'm like, yeah, well, no, I don't. What?
I feel like you're an affluent person and you're
It
supposed
happens
to like
all
pop
the
up
time.
in the wine.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
but no, I'm just gonna watch Netflix like I normally. All right, leave me alone.
At 25, she has spent over 180,000 pounds on cosmetic procedures and has been quoted as saying anyone can be rich, not everyone can be beautiful.
Okay.
No, that's definitely not true. You can pay for surgery. I've seen the shows.
Right.
I've seen the TV shows, Transformations. Ooh, Mackenzie!
Spoiled teen Mackenzie was launched into YouTube fame when she totally freaked out over her birthday present being the wrong color. Her dad gave her a sports car as a gift, but to Mackenzie's surprise, it wasn't the blue model that she wanted. The second she opened her eyes, the claws came out. You can see her scream.
Do you think this is real? This screams fake to me.
I feel like she would have like looked a little longer if it was real. Like, she just like as soon as she opened her eyes, no.
Right.
Looking at her dad, completely losing it over the fact that the car is red instead of blue. Her brother Ryan is filming the whole thing, laughing to himself as Mackenzie breaks down into a classic tantrum. She screams at her brother in a fit of fury to shut up and begins to hit him.
I just be like, yeah, this is the car you get. What are you gonna do?
No, it's the wrong color.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do?
Here's the keys. Happy birthday.
Yeah, here you go. I don't give a shit. What are you gonna do? You have absolutely no power. What the f? I don't get it. Surprise, this is what you get. Dummy. Be thankful.
I mean, you want him to be happy about the gift you got him, but still, like...
Yeah, but if they're throwing a temper tantrum, what the f?
There's a thing that Mary tells our kids when it comes to food. It's like, you don't have to eat what you don't like, but don't complain about it. It's like, Mary cooks this food, and if the kids complain about it, she's like, I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me about how you don't like it, you don't appreciate it. Just don't eat it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
It doesn't really work. They still.
Well, I would be more like, "Well, you gonna eat it?"
Oh, just be hungry then. Nah.
Do you have any like spoiled stories from your childhood?
From my childhood?
Yeah. You remember ever being spoiled?
My dad built he built houses. Like he was a contractor, and he built our house. So we like had this nice place, and everyone thought we had money, but we didn't. And then I just kind of played video games all the time, so I don't really.
As a kid, you just want a game console. That's all you want, so it doesn't really matter. I do remember.
I mean, I was the only kid for like 6 years, so I guess I was pretty spoiled when I was like really young.
You fucker. Yeah,
I remember being like really upset. We played coach pitch, baseball, right? And my friend was going on vacation, and he was telling me about how they're going on this vacation, and I wanted to go with him so bad, and I threw this huge fit about it. Just a gigantic meltdown. I remember like just being like, why can't I go? I'm like, we're like good friends. I want to go. Oh my God.
I mean, I get that.
And my mom was just like, oh my God, dude.
Chill.
Having to leave.
Chill out, bro.
Yeah.
Did you get to go then?
No, heck no.
Oh, good parents. Great. Yeah. See, I am under the impression that no one thinks they were actually spoiled, but they probably were, right?
Yeah.
Do you think people that were spoiled think, yeah, no, I wasn't giving anything? I don't know. I don't think I was spoiled. So I'm kind of like, I don't really know.
Yeah? You don't know?
I mean, I did get usually the stuff I wished for on my birthday.
I remember being like real whiny as a kid, like wanting to get my way. I do remember that. My sister wasn't born until I was like 7, so.
Well, I just compare myself to my sister. So for me, I was never the spoiled one because I was the one getting the stuff that she got, but 2 years later.
Oh, the hand-me-downs. Yeah.
No, I was never spoiled because compared to my sister, I wasn't. Okay, mom and dad. And one time, they forgot to bring me a gift for my birthday. This is the saddest story. Prepare to cry. They forgot to buy a gift. So instead, they wrote a card of what the gift was going to be. Like, oh, we're going to buy you this. Never got it. Never got it.
This is what you could have had.
I got a card of a gift for my birthday.
What?
I never got the actual gift. I wanted a guitar, an electric guitar, and I never got it, mom and dad.
Oh, there's probably a reason for that. Your parents are probably like, no, we're not getting you that. We don't want to hear that crap. Like, but mom, I want a drum set. Nope. Sorry.
I mean, I did get the iPhone video when it first came out. I also got the latest phones when they first came out. Sometimes I got phones.
Sure you weren't spoiled? You're talking about getting hand-me-downs. You're getting all the new stuff when it comes out.
Yeah, I probably was spoiled.
I think the reason why I don't think I was that spoiled when I was a kid is because I had a cousin that was way more spoiled than I was. I remember having a birthday party, and this person threw a big tantrum because they wanted to open my gifts.
Wait, someone else wanted to open your gifts?
Yeah, for my birthday, right?
No, what the fuck are these psychos?
Exactly, and then someone ended up giving her one to open up.
What?
And then they claimed that toy, and I was like, excuse me? You're not getting that Ninja Turtle.
That's like the most precious thing in the whole universe.
My Ninja Turtle toys, I remember
no one's touching that. Oh, boy, that's messed up.
Yeah, and if you're watching this video and you know who you are,
Yeah.
I never forgot.
Yeah, you're never getting any more
Forgot.
Ninja Turtles.
Never forgot.
I remember getting a Ninja Turtle submarine.
A submarine? What? They had a submarine?
Holy shit! There it is.
Oh my
Oh my god! I had this. It was.
I didn't have this one.
Dope. My granddad gave me money for my birthday, and I'm like, 2. I'm buying 2 submarines.
I need another submarine. My grandparents gave me money. They'd send me like the card or whatever. That'd be like, you don't even read it. You just open it up and the money falls out and you go, yay! And you throw the card down.
Oh, man. It's such a shitty submarine. Like, it leaked water too. Such a dumbass fucking kid.
What did it do? Did it have like a trigger that squirted water or something?
Don't know, but you can put your turtle inside and make it go underwater.
Oh, and then water would get in it and you're like, how am I supposed to play with this in the tub? I had the helicopter.
Ninja
The helicopter
Turtles
was cool.
were the fucking dopest.
They made a whole cartoon just to make us want more toys. It worked.
Well, I was trying to find. I had like a Michelangelo.
Who'd you have?
Michelangelo. Don't no.
Michelangelo?
Michelangelo, the orange one.
Michelangelo?
No, Michelangelo. Shut up. Shut your goddamn mouth.
When I was 16, my parents finally let me out of the basement. When Audrey turned 16, her mother bought her a Lexus. Then MTV built a show around it and made the world hate her.
I remember this show.
Audrey was one of the many teenage
Super
drama
Sweet 16,
queens
do you
featured
remember
on
that?
MTV.
I don't remember watching it, but I do remember
It was such a terrible show.
Sweet 16. And soon afterward, the
Everyone wanted a car for their 16, right? That's an American
Yeah,
thing.
it's your Sweet 16. Yeah, I guess you get your driver's license when you're 16, so yeah.
She became famous for her out-of-hand temper tantrum that she threw on MTV cameras, all because her mom gave her present too early, which was a Lexus, by the way. Audrey stormed out of her party and sent everyone home, canceling her birthday.
Nice!
It wasn't even the car she wanted anyway. How ungrateful can a person get? Who knows
Hell
if she
yeah.
ended up with the car? We can only hope that she's grown out of...
You ruined my life. How can you do this?
God.
But it's the parents' fault, right?
Yeah. Yes. You're born, your genetics, your personality, it's going to kind of lean the way it's going to lean, but then the outside influences decide on how it's going to be, and their parents obviously have failed her on that. Got deep with that one. Did you like that?
That was beautiful. Damn. Did you get allowance from your parents?
No, heck no, I didn't get allowance.
Me neither.
Dude, Jesus, this is another story from my childhood. I would save up my money, as kids do, at my piggy bank, and I had $111. 111.
Damn. Oh, I
And
was a saver too. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I remember I had like insane amount of money because I just grabbed it from the house, like all the change.
Yeah.
Insane amount of money. It was $10.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
go
Like
ahead.
my dad would like leave the change out, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, the change,
yeah,
mine." Yeah,
mine. That's
and so
mine.
one day I woke up and I was like, "Oh, let me check my money." I hadn't looked at it in a while. I got to put some dollar I found in there.
Check your savings account.
Money was gone, bro.
No.
It was gone.
Who did
my
this?
My parents. At the
That
time,
is forbidden.
It was falling on hard times and we needed groceries. So
No. Oh,
they
what a
took my
sad
money and bought
story.
groceries. It is sad, and they didn't quite understand. I was like, "Well, it's my money. I've been saving it up. You took it from me." And they're like, "Yeah, but we need groceries, or we really starve." I'm like, "Yeah." Like years later, they were like, "Here you go. Here's it back. Here's your money back." We
what a
understand. We
great
realize what
story.
you're saying when you were a kid. We sorry that we should have said something about it first instead of just taking it from you. But yeah,
that is kind of sweet and wholesome.
Like, well, yeah, thanks. My money back. Where's my interest at, Mom and Dad?
Yeah, 4% at least, motherfucker. Mine had a lock on it, so they couldn't do it.
Oh, yeah, locked away. Nice.
Hell yeah.
For bratty mindset and is learning to see the merit in luxury cars.
Her mom's a bitch and did ruin the party.
Yeah, we should have live
Nicolette
tracks in
Gray,
our videos.
AKA the Beverly Hills Brat, was
Oh,
recently
that
made a video
legend.
Dr. Phil as a
Made a video about her?
small brat who
Hell
forces
yeah.
her mom into giving her thousands of dollars. Her monthly allowance is a hefty $1,000.
Okay, explain why this car is like all the rich kids want it. It's a fucking off-road vehicle. They're just gonna drive it around LA. It's so dumb, I can't understand it.
It's just a trend like everything else. Oh my
But
God,
bro,
look at my
it's like,
G-Wagon.
you're gonna be way more comfortable in another car. Like, what are you doing?
I think she has her own YouTube channel now. I think she kept on going with her spoiled ways.
Yeah, all the Dr. Phil is trying to get some sort of...
Yeah, that's pretty much why they go on there.
$5,000, to which Nicolette claims makes her feel like a peasant. Nicolette has no future goals besides wearing designer clothes, being rich, not working, and driving.
And they all have cameos too.
That really says you're living the life of luxury if you have a cameo, right?
And start taking the bus. But Nicolette doesn't care. Brats tend to think that way. Nicolette was recently featured on Dr. Phil, where she had a head-to-head with her mother.
thumbnail?
Dr. Phil sentenced her to help out at a soup kitchen to try to show her how other people live. Nicolette still wants her G-Wagon, but has let up a little bit on her mom.
Bro, it's a good looking car, but what the fuck? I don't understand all these kids wanting a fucking G-Wagon.